Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride, because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Under a mostly clear sky with a game-time temperature of 88 degrees, we welcome you live to Perkins, Oklahoma and Perkins Tryon High School for a huge mid-season Class 3A District 1 matchup, a game between a pair of 3-1 teams that both last week opened up district play with impressive victories, tonight more than likely playing at mid-season for a district championship. Hello again, everyone. I'm Todd Miller along with Scott Wanish, Ellis Sunken, and Camden Billy, the crew with you tonight here in Payne County as 3-1 Perkins Tryon will try to avenge a loss of major proportions last year to the eventual 3A state runner-up Patriots for Metro Christian, who are 3-1. Metro is coming off a district opening victory last week, 60-14 over Mount St. Mary, a game in which they held the Rockets to 25 carries, 13 net rushing yards, and a total of 223 yards of total offense. Metro rushed 37 times, 252 yards, while passing for 307 in that 60-14 victory. Perkins Tryon went on the road and opened up 3A District 1 play against arguably the third best team in the district, the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets, who have struggled in non-district play. They knocked off the Yellow Jackets 21-7. They had some of their lowest output, Scott Wanish, of the season in terms of offensive production, but they found a way to get it done. And when you look at this team on the roster, you look at the two deep, they have a lot of seniors. They're banking on a very, very good season, and the reason why, if the coaches are right, and they usually are in preseason prognostications, this should be for the 3 District 1 title.
Well, you got number 3 versus number 5. It's going to be a great competition. Here at Perkins Tryon, they're always in the business there. They have those wars with Jones and then, of course, Tulsa Metro Christian, just outstanding team time after time. The Patriots are just competitive in every sport across the board.
Tulsa Metro Christian has won 80 of their last 98 road games. They are 106-19 of their last 125 district games, so that goes to back up Scott's point against how they are a juggernaut year in and year out. In fact, how good have they been? They have had 12 or more wins in 3 of the last 4 years, including the state championship unbeaten 15-0 season in Class 2A back in 2019, the first of 2 years that the Patriots went back-to-back, winning the title in 2019 and 2020. Offensively, coming to this ball game, Metro Christian starting to find their way. They lost almost their entire roster from an offensive standpoint a year ago. They're averaging 30 points a game on offense, giving up just under 12. However, the last 2 games on offense, the Patriots are averaging 54 points per ball game. Perkins looking, and they look like they're on track for a 10th consecutive winning season. You have to go all the way back to 2013 when the Demons went 5-6 to find their last winning season. They have made 13 consecutive postseason appearances since going 5-5 in 2009. This year, Perkins is 0-1 at home. They lost to Marlow 2 weeks ago, 27-21. They have road wins at Tecumseh, at Cushing, and of course the aforementioned win at Kingfisher last week. Next week they stay home for a District 3A1 matchup with Anadarko. Metro Christian on the road is 1-0. They are 2-1 at home. They have beaten Tulsa Noah 35-13 in their only road victory of the season. They lost to 4A heavyweight Poto. They've beaten Prairie Grove, Arkansas, and Mount St. Mary at home. They then will play 3 of their last 5 games on the road after tonight's visit here to Perkins. The Demons averaging 22.8 points per ball game on offense and 10.3 points per ball game on defense. Metro Christian will get the football first. Perkins 1 deferred, so they will give the Patriots the first possession of the night. Winds out of the southeast at about 10 miles per hour. It feels like 90 plus down to the field. It is 88 actual air temperature here at game time. Perkins Tryon wearing the all-black with white numerals and lettering. Metro Christian on the road, white with navy numerals and lettering trimmed in red. And the Patriots will go from left-right. This is a west-east facility here at McIlvain Stadium, home of Perkins Tryon football. Glad to be with you you for the game of the week. One of two, Dewar and Velma Elma going at it tonight. A Squirtle will visit for the first time to Dewar with Mark Rogers and Adam Dieselhorst kicking off simultaneously here in the Squirtle family of networks. Perkins and Metro Christian. Last year, Metro Christian, en route to a 13-1 season, demolished this ball club, but Perkins feels like this is their year to make noise in Class 3A, especially Class 3A District 1. Here we go. Set to kick the football off will be Dylan Davidson, a 6-foot senior, 165 pounds, and it's a good kick, end over end, and that's going to hit 9 yards deep and skip through the back of the end zone. First down and 10 on the touchback for Metro Christian. Their new starter at quarterback is Jackson Grimes. He's 6'2", 186, and a senior. Last week against Mount St. Mary, Grimes was 19-31 passing for 281 yards, 2 interceptions, but 4 touchdowns. Second time he's had a 4-touchdown passing game this year. Grimes last year was one of the top targets for one of the best quarterbacks in the history of small school football in Oklahoma, Kirk Francis. First down and 10 for the Patriots. They will scrimmage from the 20-yard line after the touchback. 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They'll go with an empty backfield. They're going to throw the football a lot. They've thrown it over 40 times in 2 games this season. And a bad snap coming back from Lucas Spear. And just like that, Jackson Grimes has to dive on it and falls back to the 15 for a loss of 5, Scott, on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, you start out perfectly on special teams. Kick the ball back in the end zone where the Patriots cannot return the ball, make them go 80 yards, number 3 in the state. Then that just kind of takes them out of their early rhythm. You have a bad snap, 2nd and long. 2nd
and 15 for the 15. Back to throw Grimes, rolling right, needing some help. Throws downfield. The receiver is wide open. That's Preston Dixon, one of his favorite targets, and Dixon has a first down after a bad snap on the first play from scrimmage down to the 47-yard line. That is a gain of 32 and a first down for the Patriots.
Well, Perkins had Dixon bracketed. Cornerback Preston Gajusti had the front, but that was the only receiver. He didn't go back with him. The ball's just laid perfectly over his head.
First and 10, Metro Christian to the 47. A big opportunity squandered there by that Perkins Tryon defense. There is a flag down across the way. We'll see from Danny Gatches, the white cap, as to what the infraction is. It is offsides against the Demons, so that turns it into a 37-yard play, and the ball will come to a rest at the Perkins Tryon 48-yard line, bringing up first down and 5. Again, Jackson Grimes completed 19 passes, 281 yards a week ago. 4 of those completions went to Preston Dixon for an even 100 yards in the victory, 60-14 to open up 3 District 1 play over Mount St. Mary. Empty backfield. They'll throw it out left. Throw was high. The ball was caught by Sankey Lynch, and then he dropped it, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 at the 48-yard line with 10:52 to go here in the first quarter.
Good coverage by Carson Houston out in the left flat. I think because of Houston's presence so close to the receiver, that caused the receiver not to keep his eyes so strong on the ball and then go off his fingertips.
Sankey was not targeted last week in the district opening victory over Mount St. Mary. He drops his first target of the night. 2nd and 5 for Jackson Grimes at the 48-yard line of the Demons. And now Metro Christian looks like they're going to check out of the play. 10:52 to go. Scoreless first quarter. Glad to have you along in the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week, along with Scott Wanachime, Todd Miller from McIlvain Field. Back to drop. Grimes throws over the middle, and in traffic, the ball was caught at the 34-yard line. And terrific concentration by Caden Goodman, who made the catch right in front of his opposite number 2. That's Cutter Green, who tackles him immediately. Another first down hookup to the 34-yard line.
Well, Grimes is just throwing the ball right on the numbers. Great route by Goodman. Kind of a drag pattern across the middle in between 3 Perkins Tryon defenders.
14 yards. Last week, his longest reception was 20 for a touchdown against Mount St. Mary. Grimes to run, avoids the pressure. Now it's going to slide down inside the 35 at the 32-yard line. He'll pick up about 1.5 yards. Grimes does not really want to run very much, and you can see by that decision he probably could have taken for 2 or 3 more yards.
Yeah, it looked like Grimes could have kicked it outside the left hash, but Brayton Applegate broke that play up by stunning in one of the gaps, flushing Grimes out of the pocket, but Pockett's got a couple of yards. But like you mentioned, Todd, I thought he could get to the first down marker.
2nd down and 8 at the 32. Looking across at Cimarron National. We're going to play some glow golf after this one is over. 9:45 to play in the first quarter. Back to throw is Grimes. He throws it out left, and the ball is caught again, this time by Lynch, and Sankey gets only 2 to the 32-yard line. What they're doing, Scott, is Metro moves deeper into territory is playing soft coverage, making them catch the ball and then dropping him, just as Applegate did that time.
Yeah, they're doing. They have it. Perkins Tryon has the receivers bracketed. They're just not getting close enough. When one receiver comes into that zone defense, somebody's going to have to go man-to-man right up against them. Grimes is a pinpoint passer. Metro
Christian over 60% on third down conversions this year. The Patriots 8 of 15 a year ago. Third down and 6, empty backfield. Grimes under pressure, and down he goes. Down he goes, Trey Stevenson, who has 11 hurries, just got his 5th tackle for loss and his first sack of his senior season, and that is going to bring up 4th down back at the 35, a loss of 6.
Yeah, great job by Trey Stevenson, but it looked like Jackson Grimes didn't want to run again. Stevenson blitz, and Grimes goes left, but then he kind of turned around. Stevenson right there for the sack.
You won't see Metro Christian give up the football very often in the kick game. They didn't punt last week. In fact, they were 0 for 4 on 4th down tries. Perkins showing some pressure up the middle. It's 4th down and a long 10 back at the 35 of the Demons. 8:16 and counting to play here in the first quarter. Now we get a timeout. Metro Christian will step aside for these messages. Live from Perkins Tryon High School tonight, it's 3 District 1 football between the Patriots and the Demons on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Back here at McElvain Stadium in Perkins, the Demons have given up first downs at their own 48, their own 34-yard line, and now they have backed up the Patriots after Trey Stevenson's sack on 3rd and 6, back to the 35-yard line in Demon territory. 2-by-3 formation. The trips are split to the wide side of the field. Here comes the pressure. They pick it up. Rolling right, Grimes looking downfield, running out of time, and he's sacked. Brayton Applegate gets to him. That is his 6th and a half sack of the year and his 12th and a half tackle, 1 dog for loss. This guy came on a delayed blitz up the middle, and Grimes trying to run away from the pressure, did not see him from behind.
Trey Stevenson there very close as well. It was very interesting what Perkins Tryon was doing. They had 4 guys that, Todd, they were off the line of scrimmage about 3 or 4 yards and just timed the snap. Grimes is going to have to mix up his cadence a little bit. Probably can get an offsides on Perkins Tryon, but Perkins Tryon had all the momentum for the pressure.
From the 41-yard line, they're going to throw it deep left for Cutter Green. It was well defended that time by Preston Dixon. And it was basically those two playing, everybody else just basically standing straight up. The other 9 Demons and the 11 Patriots.
What that looked like, they worked on that in practice. This is going to be our first play. We're playing number 3 team in the state, Metro Christian. We're going deep. But the throw was just thrown so quickly, there was no chance for anybody to catch it.
Beck Smith is the 5'8", 160-pound junior signal caller. 65% of his passes completed, 51 attempts, 445 yards, and 3 scores. 2nd and 10 of the 36, they'll go with a power pistol left. And now they give it to Trey Stevens, a 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago, and he dives down at the 37-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Metro Christian, as good as they've been offensively on 3rd downs, have been equally as impressive on 3rd down defense. Last week, Mount St. Mary just 2 of 16.
Outstanding tackle by linebacker Logan Korf that time. When you teach people to tackle, you want to get down low. Korf was way down, even below the knees, taking the legs out of the running back quickly.
Single setback as Stevenson offset to the right. Breck Smith will roll right, being chased, dumps it off, ball caught. And that is Brayton Appleton, and he was punished immediately for a short gain as he gets out to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of about 4 and going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Cash Crockett all over Applegate. Applegate just running out in the right flat with the rollout of the quarterback right. An easy pass, but it was a bad decision to go to the short man because Crockett was all over him.
They left the offense out there. Now they trot the punt team on with 14 seconds to snap, but the punter is Dylan Davidson, and he is a pretty good one. In 27 punts, averaging 41-plus yards. Snap floats back, and he gets a toe to leather. It's a wobbly punt down the far side. It's going to hit inside the 25 and bound out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. So he was kicking away from the return man that time for Metro Christian. That's Caden Goodman, and the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. So second possession of the night for Metro Christian coming up with 7:03 to play in a scoreless first quarter.
And that was a hurried-up punt as well. I think the down marker was saying third down, and Perkins Tryon was keeping their offense out there. Then they had to rush the punting unit out when probably an official said, hey, this is fourth down, even though it says third down over there. And Metro Christian look for a deep pass on this drive for Metro Christian.
They've been able to exploit the Demons defense up until they managed to get as deep as the 34-yard line of Perkins Tryon territory. Motion man to the near side. Looking that way, Grimes throwing deep over the seam, and it's incomplete as he was looking for Nathan Jackson, the sophomore, and one dog. He was well covered that time by the defender.
Yeah, Wyatt Atkinson, the defender, step for step. Perfect coverage, as you mentioned, making it very hard, even for a pinpoint passer like Grimes. Grimes a little bit deeper, but Todd, I like that incomplete pass because that's going to spread this Perkins defense out a little bit where they can't cheat up on these flat passes.
Head coach for Perkins Tryon is Jared McCoy. His 15th season. 10 of those seasons in Tulsa have resulted in double-digit victory totals, including last year's 13-1 runner-up season. Grims to throw, slings it out right. Ball is caught and wrestled down immediately as Sankey Lynch, as he'll be tackled at the 28-yard line, only a gain of 4. And again, the tackling after contact by Perkins has been very, very good here early.
That was Carson Houston again. Houston with his second tackle already just in as many drives. Good job by Houston. One thing that Metro Christian allows Perkins to do, there's no down lineman for Perkins. Everybody's standing up because there's no running back in the backfield, and I think that hurts Grimes in a way, but who am I to say? Tulsa Metro Christian's number 3.
3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure, and Grimes gets away from one defender running right. A good open field tackle. How about that? Preston Gajewski, who is the son of Oklahoma State softball coach Kenny Gajewski, came up for the backfield and took his legs out from underneath him, Scott. It looked like he might initially be able to pick up the first down. Instead, he's going to be 3 yards short, stopped at the 31.
Yeah, great job. He was like a Superman tackle. Outstretched on the dive, strong left forearm taking out the knee of the ball carrier.
Here's one of the loneliest jobs in high school football, and that would be punting. And it's the quarterback Jackson Grimes, who did not punt last week in the district opening victory over Mount St. Mary. He will kick it away. The Demons have the return men sit back at the 35. Snap floats back. It's an end-over-end kick, and now they're going to get away from it. The ball hits at the 36, bounds straight up in the air, and then turns over. It is going to be touchdown at the 34-yard line. So not a bad kick by Jackson Grimes. Time out of the field, 5:26 to go in the first quarter. Perkins about to touch it for the second time, and we are scoreless here on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific.
Here we go. First down and 10 for the Demons of Perkins Tryon at their own 34-yard line after they have forced a 3-and-out series for Metro Christian's offense. 5:26 to go here in the first quarter. There is no score here with the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week from McIlvain Stadium in Perkins, Oklahoma. Glad to be with you from Payne County tonight for our 11-man game of the week. They'll go with a pistol-loaded formation left. Now they give it off to Trey Stevenson. He squirts free. 40, got out of an ankle tackle. 45 to midfield, and then he's shoved down from behind. A first down run to the Metro Christian 47-yard line. And had there not been initial contact and then the near ankle tackle, the speed of Trey Stevenson, one dog takes over, and he probably goes 66 for the score.
Stevenson's, he's a load, 6 foot, 230 pounds, did an outstanding job following his blockers. But what Stevenson did so great was he had his head up, he had that vision, looking for that open field just to get those extra yards.
Pistol loaded left this time from the 47 of Metro Christian. They give it again to Stevenson, tried to cut left, bounces right, finds a seam, and to the 43-yard line he goes before he's pushed back. Seemed like he picked up a lot more than 4, but that's how quickly that Patriots defense can close against a big bruising 230-pound running back like Trey Stevenson.
Well, initially on the option right, it looked like there was no place to go. Beck Smith did a great job, though. At the last second, he stuck that pigskin right in the stomach of Stevenson, who just plowed forward for the 4 yards.
4:17 to play in a scoreless first quarter. Todd Miller, Scott Wadish, and the Squirtle crew on the road tonight in Perkins. 2nd and 6 Demons at the Patriot 43. Hand off to Stevens. They may have gone to the well one time too many. Initially, Logan Korf, the 5'10", 174-pound sophomore, made contact. He didn't get him to the ground, Scott, but then they had good pursuit with 3 other white-cladded Patriot defenders to end that run. A run of 1 brings up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Korf playing usually on the right defensive end. He comes all the way across, through, stunted, and got there to mess up that play. Like you said, he didn't make the tackle, but he bamboozled the offense of Perkins.
Applegate is split to the near side. Gajewski is this way along with Cutter Green. And they go with a tight end right this time, and that is Hagen Cundiff. Now they're going to motion Cutter Green left to right of the formation, and the snap goes to Beck Smith. He'll hand it off in a reverse as he flips it to Green, and he is dead in his tracks. They fall back a yard to the 43-yard line. They had all sorts of flow going one way and then back the other on that play. Metro Christian did a good job to stay home.
Well, there's a fumble on that play. That was recovered by offensive lineman Bryce Lightfoot. You can't advance that fumble, so it's going to be 4th down. Cash Crockett's the one that tried to make the tackle and force the ball loose.
Good catch. Scott didn't see that. So it's 4th and 6 at the 43-yard line. And right now they have the offense out there. Out of the gun. They're going to go for it. Breck Smith rolling left. He's under pressure. Eludes the defense. Now turns the corner. Angles left. Did he get the first down? Yes, he did. He has the first down right at the – no, he did not. Excuse me. He got back to the original line of scrimmage of the 42, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Guess they're going to rule him out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, he was going for a touchdown if he could have just had – maybe a few more inches there on the sideline.
So they elect not to punt. They give good field position. There was an illegal false start called against the Demons. Metro Christian will decline that. Last week, Metro Christian was flagged 8 times for 61 yards. Mount St. Mary 8 for 45 in the Patriot victory over the Rockets. 2:52 to play. And it'll be at the 43-yard line for Metro Christian as they start their 3rd drive here of the first quarter. Perkins with a 3-man defensive front. 2 receivers split short right, 3 wide left for quarterback Jackson Grimes. Lucas Spear, the senior, floats the snap back. Grimes throws it out left. Ball caught behind the line of scrimmage. A little bit of running room that time for Ty Guess as he's across the 47-yard line and up to the 49, just stopped shy of midfield.
Easton Wagenblock looks like he's down on the left sideline for Tulsa Metro Christian.
I think it was Wagenblatt, you're right, and not Guess. That was 7 and not 1 that made the catch and then paid the price as he's going to pick up 7 yards to midfield. And while they attend to the junior wide receiver, we'll take a break. 2:32 to play here in the first quarter. Still no score. It's the Demons and the Patriots tonight. Brought to you by High Plains Insurance on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Something, probably his knee when they went down.
Eason Wagenblad, who made the reception and run but was injured, laying down on his back for some time at the Metro Christian sideline, able to get up, but he had to have assistance. Wasn't putting much weight on that leg at all. So you hope it is not a serious injury, but Wagenblad has been a good one. A junior last week led the Patriots in receptions with 7 and touchdown catches with 2 against Mount St. Mary. Second down and 3 from midfield. Here comes the blitz. Flag is down, and somebody may have moved up front for Metro Christian. Let's see. Here it is. False start against the Patriots. Again, last week they were penalized 8 times for 61 yards. And Scott, now that all but negates the 7-yard catch and run by Wagenblad.
Yeah, even if there wasn't a penalty there, linebacker Hagan Cundiff, he found a hole on the blitz. No down lineman for Perkins generally. They're all standing up, ready to be pass rushers because they don't really have to play the run, only have to worry about the quarterback. Second
down and 8, Metro Christian on the 45-yard line. We wind under 2 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Grimes to throw. Here comes the pressure. Throws it out left, incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah Knapp, and you could see there on your screen that Knapp had broke towards the middle of the field, and the ball was thrown to the boundary side.
That was just too much pressure. Linebacker Trey Stevenson on the blitz on the left side of the defense, forcing Grimes to get rid of that ball quickly.
Metro Christian starting 3 seniors, a pair of juniors up front, 244, 205, 203, 200, and 302 is their offensive line man-to-man weight. Third down and 8 to the 45-yard line, back of their own end of the field. Let's see if Perkins can get off the field again. On third down tries tonight, Metro Christian is 0 for 2. 1:54 to go, no score here in the first quarter. Grimes gets the snap back. Now here comes the delayed pressure. They're going to set a screen up, and the ball's intercepted. It was taken away that time by Trey Stevenson, and he's tackled immediately at the 41-yard line. They tried to set the screen up, Scott, but it was a jailhouse break, and Jackson Grimes just threw it right to Trey Stevenson.
Well, I got to give it up. That's all Trey Stevenson there. Stevenson is standing upright. He's playing in the left defensive end position. He's listed as a linebacker. So he's going full on the rush. The linemen are letting him go to set up the screen to go by. Stevenson reads it. He backs up 4 yards, and then Grimes doesn't see Stevenson do that, and that's why it looked like the ball was intended for Stevenson.
First interception of the year for Trey Stevenson, who already has had a monster game at the defensive end position tonight for the Demons. You see 3 receivers in a triangle formation wide to the near side. They're going to throw a little screen out as that's going to go for Cutter Green, and Green is dropped immediately after a 1-yard gain to the 40. Austin Dixon, the 5'10", 168-pound junior linebacker, was there.
Nice quick tackle by Dixon. Some of those horizontal passes, if the quarterback looks too long to that side, the defense, you get that pursuit very quickly over there.
1:22 and counting to play here with the first quarter. Todd Miller, Scott Wanich with you, the Squirtle crew tonight from Perkins and McIlvain Stadium. Second down and 9 at the 40-yard line. Beck Smith runs up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to motion Cundiff, the tight end from right to left. And they're going to give it on a sweep to the near side. That's Stevenson. Stays on his feet after trying to be tripped up at the 35-yard line, and down he goes to the 32. Austin Dixon again had his hand on his leg, but it may go all for naught. There was a flag thrown right at the point of initial contact. That would be the 38-yard line.
Well, that'd be too bad because that wipes out a good block by Malachi Brandon as well, a seal block to free Stevenson going left.
Yep, it is a hold against the Demons. That's their second accepted penalty here in the first quarter with 60 seconds to play, and they started this drive at the Metro Christian 41-yard line after Trey Stevenson's interception. Now they're going to have it back in their own end of the field, and it's going to bring up second down and long. The line of scrimmage will be back at the 48-yard line of Metro Christian. So they lose 8 yards from the original line of scrimmage. It brings up second and 17, but it negates on what would have been a first down play from Trey Stevenson. Last year, 1,071 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns. Breck Smith with a tight end right. A receiver to the near side. Hands it off to Stevenson. Makes a cut. 40 dragging defenders with him. Stevenson is to the 39-yard line as he picks up 9 of the 17. It's going to bring up third down and long with 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Boy, 230 pounds of muscle down at this level. I tell you what, Stevenson's a load to bring down. He made that huge play. Great job reading that screen play.
Perkins Tryon's going to snap it with 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. On third down and line, they set a screen up over the middle. The ball is caught by Applegate, and he has nowhere to go. He fumbled the football, and Metro Christian has come up with it to the 36-yard line. And off the pile was Bryce Storms, the 6'2", 200-pound junior. So Metro Christian giveth, and the Patriots taketh away.
Yep, big fumble recovery by Bryce Storms. That screen was set up well by Perkins Tryon. They let about 2 or 3 of the linemen come by. Perfect job by Beck getting the ball over that pursuit. And just had to juke one guy, and that one guy knocked that football loose.
See if Metro Christian will snap it. There's 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and an opportunity squandered that time by the Demons, thanks to some really good Patriots defense. Jackson Grimes out of the gun, throws it out near side. Ball caught by Preston Dixon, and then he dropped it. Hit him in the most dangerous spot on the guy's body, the hands. Second down and 10 at the 36.
Well, Dixon heard the footsteps of Cutter Green coming full speed. That, again, you set that screen toward horizontally to the sidelines and you look that way too long, you allow the defense to get that momentum and that pursuit to go over there.
I told you Metro Christian has very little, if any, experience back on the offensive side of the football. Their experience from last year's state runner-up season was on the defensive side of the ball, and we've seen that rise to occasion here in the first quarter time and time again. It's a defense that last year gave up 72 points to Heritage Hall in the state championship game. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up. Grimes is going to run away up to the 39-yard line, and he's blown away from behind on a nice tackle to end quarter number 1 by Ty Collum.
Yeah, Collum did a good job not giving up on the play, coming up from behind to bring Grimes to the ground.
1 quarter in the books in this 3A District 1 showdown. Number 3 Metro Christian, number 5 Perkins Tryon are scoreless here on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma. Big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Third down and 6, Metro Christian. They'll move from right to left on your screen to start the second quarter. Grimes to throw, throwing deep right. The ball is incomplete as he was looking for Nathan Jackson. I believe that was him. Streaking down the far side, he was well defended by Cutter Green. And Metro Christian did 4 offensive series tonight, Scott, is now 0 for 4 on third down against the Demon defense.
Yeah, the receiver had maybe a step and a half, as it would have required a pinpoint pass, which Grimes is a great accurate quarterback. He just put a little bit too much air under that.
Jackson Grimes will be the punter for the second time tonight. 11:55 to play here in the first half. We are scoreless. We thought it would be a low-scoring battle, and it has. Perkins' defense really holding up to a red-hot Metro Christian team that's averaging 30 a game and 54 over their last 2 starts. Here's the punt by Grimes, a high punt into the night sky, and waving his hand for a fair catch is Cutter Green, and he will make that at the 33-yard line. Or correction, the 23-yard line, and that's where the Demons will have it with 11:48 to go here in the first half.
Well, you definitely got a number 3 Metro Christian against number 5 Perkins Tryon, a scoreless initial quarter, and there's still a little bit time to break the ice. Somebody with a big play is going to get the momentum going this way, and it looks like the home team Perkins might have something. I expect a lot of heavy running there in the backfield by Trey Stevenson.
37 yards on that punt. 1st and 10. Demons at their own 37-yard line, moving from west to east here at McIlvain Stadium. Option right by the quarterback, Beck Smith, and Smith turns the corner and gets 3 as he'll dive down at the 26-yard line. Second down upcoming, and that takes us under 11.5 to play here in the first quarter.
Tackle by John Robato.
Didn't Styx do a song about him, Mr. Robato?
I think it's spelled just a little bit different.
I think you're right. 2nd and 7 on the 26-yard line. 11:11 to play here with the first half. Beautiful night. Pink skies overhead as the sun sets off to our left. Pistol-loaded left formation. The handoff will go to Trey Stevenson, and Stevenson picking his way for 4 yards out to the 26. It is Reedy, Wright, Odom, Caleb Reedy, a freshman, Ethan Dawson, a senior out there. We've seen Bryce Lightfoot of that offensive line as well, and they have done their best against that 3-man defensive front of Metro Christian.
You know, Stevenson, he picks his way through there. I'm thinking that he might be able to get even a few more yards with his big body, 230 pounds, against some of the smaller defenders at Tulsa Metro Christian. He just put his head down, get a couple more. Let's see if he'll carry this on third down.
Perkins Tryon 0 for 3 on third down conversions. Neither team is converted. They go with a full diamond look at the backfield on 3rd and 3. Handoff in the backfield to Brayton Applegate. Nowhere to go. He's going to maybe get a yard on a forward progress spot to the 31, but still 2 yards short of the needed yardage to gain. And Mr. Robato, John Robato, 6 foot, 170-pound senior, up off the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, the first man there was Jack Milachik. He got the penetration, got a hold of the jersey, given no chance for Perkins Tryon to get to the sticks.
Right now they had the offense out. Dwayne Hudson says, nope, we're going to punt it away. 9:45 to play here with the first half. Still no score. Right now is becoming a defensive battle. Let's see which team breaks first. In punt formation again is Dylan Davidson. He's a good one and gets his shortest punt of the night off. The up man comes making a racing catch on his knee at the 38-yard line. And that's where Metro Christian will have it for possession number 5. Both teams, despite it being zip, Scott, have had pretty good starting field position.
Well, give it up to Caden Goodman, the punt returner there. You might look at that and say, hey, that's dangerous to run up and catch that. But he ran up 14 yards to catch that ball in the air on a fair catch. If he lets that ball bounce, who knows if it rolls back and you might lose 20 yards position right there.
31 yards of the punt for Dylan Davidson, his longest of the night, or his shortest of the night. And there is a little bit of a breeze. It's out of the southeast at about 10 miles per hour, so he was kicking into the breeze as best you will kick tonight as it's blowing from the right, the end zone off to our right across the field. Motion man from left to right. They're going to throw it out that way. The ball is too high. It's off Preston Dixon's hand. It's incomplete. And don't you think that maybe that pressure that they've been able to get to Grimes has started to affect him a little bit? He had Dixon open, but he kind of rushed the throw as well.
He doesn't, and Caden Goodman was there very early. I think when the ball was in the air, he might have hit Dixon's feet underneath a little bit. It really bamboozled that play.
Metro Christian averaged more than 15 yards a play on their first drive on first down. Since then, they have averaged less than 3 yards on first down. That's the key to winning ball games. 2nd and 10 of the 38. Grimes to throw, rolling left, pocket holes, throws over the middle. The ball is incomplete. He was looking for Caden Goodman, and it's going to be broken up by Wyatt Atkinson. But, Scott, he was running step for step with his back to the play, and the ball just kind of hit his left hand.
Yeah, Atkinson did not look for the ball. It was kind of fortunate. But since Wyatt Atkinson was so close to the receiver, the ball hits him for an incomplete pass. And then on the pass protection, Tulsa Metro Christian double-teamed Trey Stevenson there at the defensive end. Stevenson at the right defensive end position got double-teamed, allowing Grimes to step back in the pocket, all kinds of time to throw.
Full house here at McIlvain Stadium on the south side, nearly full on the north side. Home crowd urging the defense on. It's 3rd and 10, Metro Christian to the 38-yard line. And before they snap it, the Patriots want to talk about it. No score as we approach the midway point of quarter number 2. It's a 3A District 1 showdown tonight from Perkins, presented by High Plains Insurance on Squirtle.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Welcome back here to McIlvain Stadium. It is a picture-perfect night under the Friday night lights for number 3 and number 5 in 3A District 1, along with Scott Wanish, Ella, and Camden. I'm Todd Miller. 3rd and 10 upcoming for Metro Christian to their own 38-yard line. Preston Dixon is going to move from left to right. He'll form one of 3 receivers to the near side. Metro primarily throws the ball. They go with another empty backfield. Here comes the pressure off the edge. Grimes eludes it. A flag is down. Grimes is drugged down from behind and is going to be sacked back at the 37-yard line.
Looks like Ethan Dawson on the sack. I don't understand the holding penalty because it seemed like all 4 defenders got past the line and Grimes was already passed, and then the flag comes out late. So.
You're right. It was about 4 yards behind where Grimes had started to run. So they obviously take the play. It was a yard loss back to the 37, and it is 4th down. And what a great job by both teams' defense tonight against good offenses on 3rd down. Here is Jackson Grimes to punt again, a senior. Snap floats back, toe to leather. It's a good punt this time, and it's going to be returned by Cutter Green at the 20, running left, 25. Green bounces off contact, circles back up the middle, and Roboto got him and stuck him on a back plant at the 28-yard line. Well, it looked like that Cutter Green was going to be able to maneuver his way for a decent return. Instead, good kick coverage down there by Metro Christian.
Yeah, Roboto really slowed up the kick returner there. And then once again, Grimes kicking the ball really high. You're allowing that punt coverage to get down the field. And you talk about the defenses in the game. Credit both coaches, Dwayne Hudson for Perkins Tryon, and then Jared McCoy for Tulsa Metro Christian. Knowing these teams, knowing you're in a top 5 game, number 3 Christian against Perkins Tryon, number 5. They know both of these teams, looking at film very well.
Power pistol right. They fake the handoff under pressure. Smith circles all the way back to the 18, running out of time, throws it downfield, and it's incomplete as he was looking for Hagan Cundiff, but he had no chance for a hook up there. And it's 2nd down and 10. You can find all the scores around the state on the Squirtle app. From 3A District 1 tonight, Kingfisher looking for their first win of the year, leading at home 10-0 over Mount St. Mary. Also in 3A District 1 to the second quarter, North Rock Creek leading 7-0 over Manfred.
Yeah, how about Dwayne Hudson with Perkins, knowing that Tulsa Metro Christian does not usually have a running back in the backfield. So no down linemen, everybody standing up. We want to pressure Grimes on the pass, knowing that they're going to spread out 5 wide receivers, and then just, hopefully one of those receivers come through the zone and the pressure is up. Don't have to worry about any running game.
Not a surprise when a quarterback is scrambling that long. Usually somebody illegal is downfield. There was somebody downfield. So it'll bring up 1st down and 15 to the 24-yard line instead of 2nd and 10 to the 29. 8:57 to play first half. No score here from McIlvain Stadium. In the backfield is Trey Stevenson. They throw a little slip screen for Gajewski. Gajewski juking his way, stays on his feet, 30, spins, stay on his feet again, 35, outside the numbers, 40. Gajewski down the numbers to the 40, to the 35, and he's shoved out of bounds from behind, and we may get a late hit tacked on to the end of that one. How about the athleticism of Preston Gajewski, the son of OSU softball coach Kenny Gajewski? He only had 2 catches for 17 yards along of 10 before that one, and boy, he has really tilted the field position now in favor of Perkins Tryon.
Breaking those tackles with the spin by Gajewski. Tightrope in the right sideline, great job. But I tell you what started that play. Cutter Green started blocking when the ball was in the air a little bit early. That gave enough separation for Gajewski to get those initial steps. Then the pursuit of the defense got Gajewski. The rest was Gajewski breaking tackles.
41 yards on a second there. 1st down at 15. They tacked 15 more on for the late hit. And I think it might have been Ty Guest, the secondary defensive back, that pushed him late. So after the play comes to an end, the line of scrimmage is down to the 24-yard line. And it's 1st down and 10, and Perkins just outside the red zone. This is the deepest penetration of the night for either Demons or the Patriots, with 8:44 to go in the first quarter. Trey Stevenson, all 6 foot, 230 pounds of him in the backfield. Offset to the left of Breck Smith. Smith, a quick throw, is going to float it up near side. Cutter Green, he made the adjustment for the touchdown. Cutter Green, inside the defensive back, just stepped around Preston Dixon, and the ball floated up to him perfectly, but a terrific adjustment by the senior wide receiver, and Perkins has struck first.
Yeah, because Dixon really not knowing where the ball is. That was just almost like a Hail Mary, Todd, just thrown up for grabs down toward the right pylon. But Cutter Green, who made the initial block to free Gajewski on the early play, did a great job adjusting, getting around the defender, and then pulling that ball in.
Gajewski, who set up the touchdown, will be the holder of the try for point. Dylan Davidson has booted through 12 extra points this year. 6-0 Demons, high snap. Preston gets it down, kick on the way, and the extra point is good. We'll step aside, 8:38 to play. Very nice drive. 2 big plays through the air from Breck Smith. Number 5 leads number 3, 7-0 here on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
How about that drive, Scott? Very impressive. Smith to Gajewski, and the next play, Smith to Green. Both receivers made good plays. Gajewski with his feet, Green on an adjustment, working against the corner, and it is 7-0 Perkins. One other score, 3A District 1 of the Score lap tonight. McLeod 10, Anadarko nothing. That game of the second quarter.
Yeah, Green on the right sidelines, just inside the pylon. He's got like a blockage of sight there with big Preston Dixon. 5'11", just jumping in front of him. He had to go around his body, caught him on the backside with the football.
Davidson sends this one into the end zone, and it will be his second touchback in as many tries tonight. And for the year, that is 11 touchbacks in 18 kickoffs for Perkins Tryon, senior place kicker. There's still a long ways to go, but we need to remind you with 8:38 to play in the first half, and the Demons leading 7-0. Perkins won the coin toss, deferred, so they will get the football to start the third quarter. Jackson Grimes will take over at his own 20-yard line. 8:38 to play here in the first half from McIlvain Stadium. Scott, this is a great high school football atmosphere on a Friday night.
It really is a big press box. Of course, we can't see the golf course anymore because
we will when we're out with our glow balls.
Because the sun went down, but it looks so pretty, everything mowed, and just a nice atmosphere here in Perkins.
Sankey Lynch is the back of the backfield. Ty Guess motions. They're going to hand it off to him on a jet sweep. Is able to get to the corner. A flag is down as Ty Guess, who had not carried this year, is tackled for a 5-yard gain. But again, that flag came in from behind the plane. It looks like the Patriots are already starting to retreat.
Yeah, Cutter Green on the tackle after making that long touchdown, and people aren't going to see normally until the coaches look at the film, but Cutter Green made that big block, the first block on the big play by Gajewski.
It is a 10-yard penalty. It is holding against Metro Christian, so that wipes away the 5-yard line. Resets first down. It's 1st and 20, but they'll let it scrimmage back at the 10-yard line. And Perkins, slowly but surely, one dog is starting to dominate this first half in terms of field position.
Well, when Gajewski did that 360, breaking those tackles, outstanding move by him up the right sideline. That was the momentum swing in this game. There's no momentum whatsoever going. That was the momentum tilt. Then Green come up with the big TD catch.
8:18 in Canada play of the first half. Glad to be with you tonight for the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week, the 11-man version. Dewar and Velma Elma tonight. A rare matchup that also here on Squirtle. Back to throw is Grimes. He'll throw it out right. The ball in traffic is caught for a 9-yard gain to the 19-yard line. And I believe it was Nathan Jackson, double-teamed, able to pull that in for 9 yards.
Yeah, you said in traffic. That's how good of a passer Jackson Grimes is. He's looking right there, double-team, bracketed Jackson. Jackson right there between the numbers. Beautiful pass.
Jackson Grimes, a converted wide receiver. They think even just 1 year behind center, he can be the next great Patriot gunslinger. We'll give you some names here in just a moment. They're impressive. Second down at 11 at the 19-yard line for Metro Christian. They'll throw a little pass out in the flat. That's Ty Guess. 25, breaks a tackle, 30. First down to the 32. A high tackle, and he's rolled out of bounds by Caden Goodman. Boy, it was close to getting him by the headgear. The gain goes all the way for a first down out to the 32-yard line, so pick up a 13.
Yeah, Cutter Green had both hands on the helmet there on that throwdown. The side judge just looked the other way.
Line of scrimmage officially at the 33-yard line. 7:07 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Perkins. Two receivers to the near side, Isaiah Knapp and Ty Guess. Two receivers wide right. They empty the backfield. Now Sankey Lynch is going to line up as a flanker wide right. They throw to the near side. Wide open is Isaiah Knapp at the 45. First down out to the 48-yard line. And then diving down and making the tackle was Dylan Davidson. But Metro starting to find a little bit of rhythm on this drive.
Well, that was an outstanding call by Dwayne Hudson over there on Tulsa Metro Christian, realizing what Perkins' zone is doing. They're rotating, so Metro Christian sends the receivers right, keeps Isaiah Knapp back, hidden on the left sideline. As that rotation goes, they throw back against the grain wide open.
3 plays after facing 1st and 20. They moved upfield 38 yards. Another flat pattern for Ty Guess, and a good tackle that time. How about the job turned in by Carson Houston, who came up and read it perfectly and drops him for a yard loss, maybe 2, back to the 46-yard line.
Unbelievable play by Houston, and the reason is before the ball's thrown in the air, he's getting blocked and continue blocked. And when the receiver catches the ball, he's blocked. Houston ducks under the block at the same time, takes the legs out of the receiver.
Halfway through the second quarter, 7-0 Perkins Tryon. 3 receivers to the near side. Boy, can't tell how good of a job that was by Houston. If he gets by Houston, he has some running room. Grimm's on a blitz, runs away from it. He is nearly tackled by the jersey. He's turned around, now stays on his feet and has a first down into the Perkins territory at the 38-yard line. I think it was Cutter Green that had him, tried to get him by the jersey, and when he did, he kind of spun out of that and then had about 10 more yards before any of the Demons could get him to the ground.
Yeah, I think Wyatt Atkinson actually probably saved a touchdown with that late tackle. Brayton Applegate was one of the initial blitzers. He was there, but overran Grimes, and then Grimes got in front of that defensive pursuit and just picked his way for the big gain.
16-yard run, and now we get a timeout with 5.5 to play first half. Metro Christian to the move. Perkins leads 7-0 to this 3A District 1 matchup, presented by High Plains Insurance on Squirtle.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
16-yard run away from the blitz by quarterback Jackson Grimes, and it's first down and 10 for the Metro Christian Patriots out of Tulsa at the 38-yard line. They've been as close as the 34 Perkins. Demons showing blitz again. Grimes, a little pump fake, throws left. Ball underthrown, and the ball tipped away, incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah Knapp, and was that Davidson? It was, I believe, that was able to take it away. He did a good job as he turned just at the right instant.
Well, Davidson was step for step. Grimes was looking at both receivers on the left, one on the left hash and then on the numbers, and both of them he didn't have any. He just threw it up for grabs.
3A scores available on Squirtle app tonight. Bristow at home leading Dewey 27-0. Shakota Seminole scoreless late first quarter. Inola 21, J 15. There was a flag down, and it's against Metro Christian. And this is a team that has really continued to shoot themselves in the foot. It is another hold. And that set this drive up that initially started back at the 10-yard line. After the hold, it's going to bring up second down and 20 at the Demons' 48-yard line.
Yeah, you wonder how Grimes had so much time on there. The Perkins has been getting in the backfield quite a bit. That time you had long fly patterns, both receivers on the left side and the other one's on the right side going deep. Grimes just standing back there deciding who he's going to take a gamble with.
Kingfisher now up 17-0, mid-second at home over Mount St. Mary. Plainview 21-0 on the road at Dixon. Here comes the pressure. Grimes hit as he throws, and the ball incomplete. And boy, he took a shot that time as they blitzed off the far edge, and he took a big-time hit from Hayden Cundiff.
Yeah, Cundiff came through. He found a gap. A lot of Perkins defensive linemen, they're finding the gaps on these blitzes where they'll just get right and time it perfect, and you have a jailbreak. Just one guy get through, messes up the whole play for Grimes and Tulsa Metro.
Second down and 20 at the 48-yard line, and here comes the flag. I think somebody may have moved prematurely. I believe it was one of the receivers on the far side. And it is a false start. So it'll bring up second down and 25, and the ball goes back into the Patriots into the field of the 47. Keep in mind, after a scramble by Grimes on this drive of 16, they had it to the 38-yard line of Perkins Tryon. Did Metro Christian, and that was by 4 yards shy of their deepest penetration tonight. The Demon defense has been up to the challenge.
and all momentum is in favor of Perkins.
3-2. Here comes the blitz again. Grimes with a shoulder fake, pump fakes, pulls it down, spins. Oh, he took a big hit. Man, he was drilled by Hagan Cundiff at the 47-yard line. And after all that, he only gets one, but Cundiff making him pay.
Yeah, 2 times in a row, Cundiff putting a lick on Grimes. The other time, Grimes got rid of the football, but still took the lick. And that time, just past the line of scrimmage, Cundiff right there again.
Cundiff loves to find the football and make plays. 47 tackles, leads the Demons in that category. 4th down, 19, the ball at the 48-yard line. 3-2 look. Demons showing blitz again. It's actually 3rd down and incorrectly spoke. 4:25 to play here in the first half. Grimes gets the exchange, drops all the way back to the 34, sets up a screen over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted again at the 49-yard line. And who was it? I think it was Carson Houston. It was number 6 who had a good play earlier on this drive that picks Grimes off, and that's interception number 2 for Grimes tonight.
Well, you're 3rd and 18. Perkins knows that, well, there's no running backs in the backfield tonight for Tulsa Metro anyway. So there's nobody even within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. All the pass rushers are upright, and they try to time the snap on the pass rush. So everybody in the 2nd and 3rd tiers, they're just looking for a pass. Houston just reads it, jumps right in front of the pass for the pick.
At the 49-yard line, the Demons take over their own end of the field, trying to build on a 7-0 lead in what, for all practical purposes, is the 3 District 1 championship game. Handoff running right is Brayton Applegate, and he's able to pick up 3 to the 48 of Metro Christian. When you really don't even have the threat of a run game right now, that plays into what Perkins is trying to do on defense.
Yeah, and Perkins has, all the momentum, and until there is something, at least, like you said, no threat of a run game, at least Grimes is going to have to run it sometimes, and he is a good athlete that can run. But Perkins, great job by Dwayne Hudson, just playing the pass, knowing that's all that's coming.
Second quarter late, Cassia Hall leading Tulsa Central 20-0. Handoff on 2nd down to Brayton Applegate, and he's going to lose 2 of the 3 back that he gained on 1st down. Back to midfield, John Roboto was the first of about 3 defenders there for the Patriots, and that'll take us under 3.5 minutes to play. It's going to be 3rd down and 9, and again, 3rd down conversions or the lack thereof on both sides of the football have been key in this ball game.
Yeah, I thought Perkins might go for the throat with the turnover, even building more momentum with that interception by Houston. But 2 slow developing run plays. Now you're in a 3rd and 9 situation.
Wide receivers left and right. They have 2 to the near side, 2 split left, 1 to the backfield. Snap goes back to Beck Smith. Smith looking right, moving left, throws. Receiver has the ball. Cutter Green with a catch for a 1st down. If it stands at the 39-yard line, there's a flag back down near the pocket of Beck Smith, so that may be coming back on a hold.
Yeah, nice pass by Smith.
That's exactly what it is, hold against the Demons. So Perkins Tryon has not made the amount of mistakes that Metro Christian has, but they make a big one here on what would have been a 3rd down and 9 conversion catch. Instead, the line of scrimmage is going to go back to the 40, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 19 with 3:01 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Perkins Tryon.
I wouldn't be surprised if Perkins Tryon runs a draw here, because with 3:01 before halftime, up 7-0 at 3rd and 20, you want the clock to run, to try to run this clock down. You do not want an incomplete pass where Tulsa Metro Christian's passing game get back on the field.
Smith walks up behind the line of scrimmage. Now he retreats, gets the snap. Here comes the pressure. He floats one over the middle, and the ball is caught. And down the middle of the field to the 45 to midfield, and tackled to the 48-yard line goes Wyatt Atkinson, and it's going to bring up 4th down at about 9, so he got 10 of that screen pass. And Metro Christian, let's see if they get the ball back on a punt or if Dwayne Hudson keeps the offense out there.
Well, I would think you'd have to punt and keep that momentum going, but they're not.
4th down and 7 from the Metro Christian 48-yard line. Play clock is down under 10. Game clock is winding towards 2:15 to play. Now Beck Smith quickly gets up behind the line, and they're going to snap it, or will they? Nope, they're trying to draw Metro Christian off, and now they'll spin a timeout. Boy, it looked like he was going to pull the trigger and get the snap back from Odom. Good discipline that time by the Patriots, though, and Perkins burns a timeout. We'll step aside for these messages. 2:06 to play before the break. 7-0 Perkins Tryon over Tulsa Metro Christian here with the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
They appear as if they're going to go for it. On 4th down and 7, they snap, but they fake the handoff. Smith stands tall, now runs right, and he's going to be sacked and loses back to the 46-yard line. Blake Parmalee came in and got him for the backfield, or was that Austin Dixon? It was Austin Dixon who turns in a great defensive play. We thought they might try to draw him off sides and then punt. Instead, they pull the trigger, and they lose all the way back to the end of the field of the 47-yard line.
And, you flip the momentum, and you got such a prolific passing game with Grimes. I was so proud of Dwayne Hudson and Bryce Hoggett, the offensive coordinator for Perkins. They purposely did that screen and then ran that ball. Took the timeout right before the clock, got it down to 2 minutes where Grimes would have only less than 2 minutes, but now that would be in their own territory. They're on the 47 of Perkins with 2 minutes to go.
Each team with one timeout remaining, 48 yards, one timeout, 2 minutes, not very far for Jackson Grimes in this offense. He'll roll right on 1st down for the 45. Now he's going to run. Angles right, is out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of the Demons, so the run will be minimal, but it's going to bring up 2nd down, and he also stops the clock with 1:53 to play before the break.
Yeah, that was only 3.5, 4 yards, but Grimes and Tulsa Metro's got to do that because Perkins has such a good pass rush knowing there's no running back. So I'm expecting that head coach Jared McCoy for the Patriots too needs to call a couple of quarterback draws. Not in this situation. There's only a minute 53 left.
2nd and 6 at the Demons' 44-yard line for the Patriots. Back to throw Grimes. Quick throw out over the middle. The ball caught. Again in traffic at the 38-yard line, and he spins down to the 35. That will stop the clock for the movement of chains as he does pick up the 1st down, and he being Preston Dixon, who was targeted for a 4th time here in the first half.
Another good pass by Jackson Grimes in between two defenders. That's sometimes when you're in that zone defense. One guy said, hey, maybe my teammate's going to take it, and nobody's breaking on the ball for Perkins. Somebody's going to have to read the eyes of Grimes, kind of like Houston did with that last interception.
Clock begins to roll. 1:36 in Canada play. First half, 7-0 Perkins in a matchup of 3 versus 5 here this Friday night. They blitz up the middle. Grimes runs away from initial contact and then gets back to the line of scrimmage and is swallowed under for no gain. And it was Hagan Cundiff that looked like he was fired out of a rocket, one dog, and almost got Grimes, but he slowed it down enough for that defensive line to finish.
Well, that's the 3rd or 4th time that Cundiff has timed the snap perfectly. He's in the 2nd tier behind the initial lineman in the linebacking core, and he runs up knowing, it's almost like he knows what the snap count is.
2nd and 10 to the 35. Rolling left, Grimes has time to throw as a receiver wide open near side. That snap at the 19 cuts right to the 15, and Isaiah Knapp is down to the 14-yard line on a 21-yard catch, and there's a Demon down that looks like it's Dylan Davidson right where the tackle occurred at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's the 2nd time that Grimes moves a little bit to the right, then throws way to the backside. As that zone defense shifts, Knapp just hangs around by the numbers or towards the sideline for an open catch.
They are looking at Dylan Davidson, the 6', 165-pound senior, and I'll tell you, Perkins, for a lot of reasons, better hope that Dylan is not severely injured because he plays well in the backfield. He's a big weapon offensively, and he's also your special teams weapon. He's been a good one. Isaiah Knapp picks up 21 on 2nd and 10 for the 35 to put Metro Christian into the red zone. Perkins Tryon at the 14. That's his second catch of the night, and that's a good sign as Dylan is able to walk off. You can see on his own power, it's a short walk to the Perkins Tryon sideline. Knapp had one catch last week for 18. That went for 21. He has two catches for over 40 yards here in the first half. So the thing about this Metro Christian offense, they have a ton of weapons on the perimeter.
Yeah, I was very surprised that Perkins Tryon with a 7-0 lead went for that back in their own territory, got stopped on their own 47. Now Tulsa Metro Christian's looking to tie this game up with 48 seconds to play.
Clock rolling. In the backfield is Sankey Lynch, the 165-pound junior. Now he motions to right. Moving left to right is Caden Goodman. Rolling that way, Grimes. Plants now is looking for a throwback, and he does to the near side. It's caught behind the line to the 10 to the 5. Cuts right. Still going near the pylon. That's Blake Parmley, and Parmley is going to be stopped just outside the goal line at the, now they're saying the 2-yard line. So he gets a dozen. And this is what I'm talking about with that high-powered offense. 2 minutes is not a short period of time for this offense.
Well, only for 47 yards to go, and Parmley just a screen along, kind of a prevent defense by Perkins trying way back, allowing Parmley to catch the ball and run.
Grimes under center from the 1-yard line, a hard count. Now he gets it. He turns up off the right end, and he's dropped. Did not get there. He's denied just outside the goal line, and will get a timeout with 4 seconds to play. Were you a little surprised, Scott, they elected to run the football just for that reason? Now you have one crack left at it in the end zone, probably with a pass.
Yeah, I was surprised, but great play by Wyatt Atkinson there. He read, of course, you don't have to worry about a pitch. It's just the quarterback, Jackson Grimes. Great job by Atkinson, reading, not going for the juke, and then wrapping up Grimes, forcing that timeout, like you said, one chance left. I kind of like the call in a way because you pass so much and you throw in a run, you might catch them off guard. You do have a timeout left, so either way, there's only going to be 2 plays
left.
With
that formation, though, you weren't going to fool many people. Everybody was in tight. Grimes, who's out of the gun, goes under center. 4 seconds to play. We're in a timeout. It's the final timeout for the Patriots here in the first half. I'll recap the scoring and show you a little of the band here at halftime on the Squirtle Game of the Week presented by High Plains Insurance. There we go. Metro Christian coming out of the timeout. Perkins now returning to the field. Our Squirtle Game of the Week, 8-man. Second-ranked Dewar 36-26 over Velma Elma. That game is in the second quarter. You can see it here on Squirtle as well. Pistol formation, Caden Goodman is in the backfield. Grimes is out of the gun. No receivers. Now Grimes is going to walk up behind the line of scrimmage. Still 15 seconds to snap this. Now they snap it to Goodman, who throws it wide open over the middle for the touchdown.
Nathan Jackson wide open, just releases as the tight end. What a great formation. Doesn't even go to Grimes, snap back to the running back, kind of like a wildcat. He steps up like he's going to run. Of course, the tight end's back there in the end zone uncovered.
A terrific call by Jared McCoy and Metro Christian. Caden Goodman with a touchdown pass to Nathan Jackson.
And the only reason why that worked, you had 4 people in the backfield counting the quarterback. On the previous play, you had no running back, no back other than the quarterback.
On for the extra point is Blake Hornberger, number 31. This at the west end of the stadium. High snap, ball down, flag is down, so they'll blow the play dead. Somebody may have moved to get up front for the Patriots. So we are one extra point away from more than likely going to the halftime locker room the way we started this game at a tie. Offsides against Perkins, so they'll move the ball half the distance to the goal line. Again, it is Goodman to Jackson on the touchdown pass. Congratulations if you had that combo on your Friday night bingo card. Blake Hornberger, a freshman, 5'8", 160, a big extra point with 1 second to go here in the first half. Snap is back, ball is down, and Perkins was offsides again. This time it was Brayton Applegate. And he was 4 yards into the backfield by the time the ball got back to the holder.
Well, obviously we can't hear the cadence up here, but I think that Tulsa Metro Christian is changing up the snap count because they've been guessing Perkins so well on running on the blitz, and so they're cheating up, and it's a different count, and they're getting caught offside.
Just as they did on the previous offsides penalty, Metro Christian declines this. So Hornberger will line up straight on. You can see he steps off one way to his left as he waits the snap back just to tie the game. Everything's perfect. Kick is on the way, and the freshman boots it through. So a Goodman to Jackson touchdown pass, a Hornberger extra point, and we are tied at 7 with 1 second to play. And play armchair quarterback all you want. That occurred after you had the momentum, elected to go for it from your own 48-yard line, and then were sacked all the way back to your 48. And that set up the drive in just 2:06.
Yeah, and heavy momentum, Todd. I mean, Perkins Tryon doing everything, slowing the passing game down, heavy pass rush on Grimes, and you have a lead. I could see you going for fourth down if you're down. They're up 7-0 with all the momentum, as you mentioned. And then Tulsa Metro Christian finally put some backs in the backfield and got a touchdown out of it. I agree with you. You said, well, that tight, you're not going to fool anybody. It looks like a quarterback run. But if you had a running back, you might have tricked like a Wyatt Atkinson a little bit with a little play action where he had to choose to go one way or the other, but he didn't have to. Did a great job just keying in on Grimes as he tried to run the ball up the right side. But then they brought in that package, and you had the snap to the running back, throw to the tight end.
You're exactly right. They set that play up by having Grimes go under center on the previous play. It was very well designed, and you can tell they've spent some time in practice working on that. 2:05, time of the drive, 7 plays, 48 yards. 7-7 between number 3 and number 5 here in Payne County. And they'll kick it off, and they will squib it up the middle. It hits one of the up men, and then is dived on that time by Hagan Cundiff, and that will do it on the first half of play. Big Corbin Reedy, all 240 pounds of him, was the kicker that squibbed that one of the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here from Perkins, Oklahoma, with number 3, Tulsa Metro Christian, and number 5, Perkins Tryon, deadlocked at 7. We'll recap after these messages on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes. Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to McIlvain Stadium on the campus of Perkins Tryon High School. A beautiful facility, and at halftime we have a beautiful ball game going on, dog. 7-7. Thought this would be a good one. We thought defenses would probably be determined the outcome of this, despite two offenses that are very, very good, especially the high-octane offense from Metro Christian that had scored 108 points in the last two ball games and averaged 54 in back-to-back wins over Prairie Grove, Arkansas, and Mount St. Mary. But tonight that Demon defense just stood tall.
And it set up the touchdown. Carson Houston, with the interception over the middle, set up the touchdown for Gajewski. Gajewski didn't have the touchdown, but he had the big play on the screen after that, breaking tackles up the right sideline. It was a great block by Cutter Green, and, of course, Cutter Green with the touchdown on the I guess you'd call it a back shoulder throw by the right pylon, just threw it up for grabs. Green read the play. The defender didn't know where the football was.
It's a pretty good throw, but a better adjustment that time by Cutter Green, and that's the only points. Again, that drive was two plays, 76 yards, 26 seconds on first down at 15 for the 24. He hit Gajewski on a little slant pattern, then Preston did a great job of weaving his way downfield, finally bounced outside the numbers and was able to go all the way down to the 24-yard line. It took him one play from that point to go in, and it was the aforementioned touchdown pass of Smith to Green. And that is the fourth touchdown this year thrown by the Perkins Tryon quarterback, Beck Smith, and three of those have gone to the wide receiver, Cutter Green. Those guys have been playing ball together a long, long time. They're two of many seniors on this roster. Davidson with the extra point made it 7-0. Metro Christian then started to drive. They picked up 3 first downs and then went backwards from the 38-yard line of the Demons all the way back to their own 48-yard line. Houston then picked off the quarterback, Jackson Grimes. It set Perkins Tryon up at the 49-yard line, but they would end up losing yardage on that drive. They went for it on 4th down and 7 to the 48-yard line in Metro's end of the field. They were sacked all the way back to their 48-yard line, and with 2:06 to play in the first half, Metro Christian went on a 2-minute, 5-second, 7-play, 48-yard drive, and then they used a bag of trickery as they put Grimes in the backfield along with Goodman, but it was Goodman, the wide receiver, that handled the snap and kind of jumped past over the middle to Nathan Jackson, who was open. The extra point with the freshman Hornberger tied the game at 7. There would be a squib kick, and that's the way the first half would come to an end. A 7-7 tie, and we have 24 minutes of football remaining in what is a de facto championship game tonight in Class 3A District 1. Metro Christian and Mount St. Mary Metro Christian and Perkins Tryon. I was looking at a card, deadlocked at 7 apiece. We'll take another break, be back with more here on our halftime show. It's the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Drum Major Sidney Hill, is your band ready? Perkins Tryon Public Schools is proud to present the Midnight Regiment for halftime performance. Please give it up for your Midnight Regiment. The Midnight Regiment would like to thank Principals Brandon Pote and Andy Everson, Superintendent Doug Ogle, the Perkins Tryon High School faculty and staff for their support of the Midnight Regiment. The band's gold
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to McIlvain Stadium in Perkins, Oklahoma. 3A District 1 showdown, a top 5 matchup in 3A tonight. And at halftime, what would you expect but a 7-7 tie? Perkins leading 7-0 until the final second of the first half. And they went to the bag of trickery, was able to get a Goodman pass to Jackson, and then Hornberger with the all-important extra point tied it at 7. Perkins has a chance, though, one dog, to reestablish momentum as they will get the football having won but deferred the coin toss to the start of the second half.
Well, Perkins uses running backs. Tulsa Metro Christian doesn't, so more of a balanced attack. But I tell you, Tulsa Metro Christian's so talented on defense, and they run down up and down the line of scrimmage, making it tough on a lot of things because Perkins likes to throw some of those double screen passes, a couple blockers, and that's actually what Gajewski broke free from, was one of those little side screens. Nice block by Cutter Green early, but Perkins is going to have to spread their defense out a little bit with a deep pass, whether it's incomplete or not. And then I think you want to get the ball to Stevenson. Stevenson's just a steamroller, one of the bigger kids in all of high school football. When you're close to 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, and have some speed, they had a lot of success with Stevenson. Let's see a lot of him in the second half.
Second half coming up. It'll be Perkins Tryon football in a 7-7 game when we return here on Squirtle.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Metro 12-23, 250 for 126 yards. Tex Smith 7 of 8, 77 yards and a touchdown. Total offense 115 for the Demons, 144 for Metro. Demons have fumbled the ball twice. Welcome
back here to Perkins, ready for the start of the second half as Bryce Storms, number 68. I think I said Corbin Reedy, but it is Bryce Storms that is going to kick the football off to get the second half underway. Perkins will move from east to west here in the second half, and here is Storms' approach, and it's a sky kick to the near side, and it hits the hands of one of the upmen and dove on, I believe, by Perkins. I think Hayden Cundiff was the one that had his hands on it, but it looked like that it hit Austin Wright. And fortunately for the Demons, they are able to recover, and they'll start near their own 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pooch kick, kind of a semi-onside kick, Todd, looking like that. Blue, very mishandled by the initial line of defense or return team for Perkins.
Here we go. Beck Smith in the first half, 7 of 8 passing for 77 yards and a touchdown. Opens with a single setback in the backfield. Wide receivers left and right. The give to Stevenson out of an ankle tackle. He's across the 40, dives down to the 43-yard line, giving 9 of the first play from scrimmage. Great blocking by that offensive line on the first snap.
And then Austin Dixon for Metro Christian dove at the feet at the line of scrimmage of Trey Stevenson. Stevenson's so big and strong, he kind of angled his body away from that tackle, got 9 yards.
9 yards to the 43-yard line. The ball at the near side hash, opening plays of the second half at a 7-7 tie. 45 seconds deep into the third quarter. Single setback again is Stevenson. They're going to call his number again, and he runs for a first down. He ran into Roboto and then drove him backwards. Ty Guest was there as well. A gain from the 44 to the 46 refreshes the down marker.
And the initial block by Malachi Brandon doing a good job of just bracketing his defender out toward the left side, opening up the way for an easy first down for Stevenson.
60 seconds and counting gone here in the third quarter along with Scott Wanish. Ella and Camden, I'm Todd Miller, the crew with you tonight from Perkins. And for Ella and Camden, they deserve a short commute tonight to work. Motion man left to right of the formation. Cutter Green, they hand it again to Stevenson, and he bullies his way for 4 yards to midfield. Last week, the Lovebirds went all the way down to Marlow, a 2-hour trip. They've also been out to Winoka this year for an 8-man game, O'Keene and Winoka. Pretty impressive that they get the short commute from Stillwater to Perkins here tonight.
It's 9 miles. That's a very, very short commute. Running behind Malachi Brandon, who's on the right side of the line. He pulled the previous play for 9 yards beforehand.
Second down and 6 from midfield. They're going to go with a full diamond look at the backfield. The snap to Breck Smith. He's going to run right. He's in trouble, cuts inside, and somehow is able to pick up 3 yards to the 47. Boy, he made a silk purse out of a sow's ear there because it looked like Metro Christian was going to get him all the way back at the Perkins 45-yard line.
And Beck Smith listed only at 5'8", 160 pounds. He might be 5'7 and a half, 151. And that was some tough offensive hitting. Putting his head down, helmet in the chest of some of those defenders. Great, tough running by quarterback Beck Smith.
Third down and 3 when it looked like it might be double digits on this third down conversion. Neither team did much on third down tries against the other's defense in the first half. Stevenson is in the backfield. They have a tight end right. They give it to Trey. Up the middle, first down. Trey Stevenson wrestled down on the 41-yard line, and there was a small seam of that right side, and that is all that Mr. Trey Stevenson needs to pick up 6 and refresh the chains.
Yeah, you asked me what was happening in the second half, and that's what we're seeing is a heavy dose of Trey Stevenson, and it looks like Perkins is going to just keep on doing that. You know, you run with Beck Smith with a big run, and then the rest of the runs, 4 or 5 by Stevenson. You're chewing up the clock and a lot of ground. You get a touchdown here, that puts a lot of pressure on Metro Christian.
3:15 gone already here in the third quarter, a 7-7 tie. They go with a full diamond look again. Smith walks up behind the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to hand it off on a sweep left. That's Applegate outside the numbers. He's to the 20. Applegate cuts right to the 15, and he's wrestled down from behind. The flag comes into the end of the play, and I'll tell you what, had it not been for the extraordinary effort that time from Nathan Jackson, he goes all the way for the touchdown, and I think Jackson may have got him inside the shoulder pads, which would be a horse collar.
Outstanding play designed by Perkins Tryon. You have 2 running backs in front of Applegate coming in motion to the left side, then the last trailing running back, Applegate, going left.
Run ends at the 11. It is a personal foul face mask against Metro Christian. So the ball now will come to a rest at the 5-yard line. With the run and with the penalty, it turns out to be a 36-yard play for the Demons, and they are knocking here on the opening drive of the second half, trying to break a 7-7 tie. Hand off to Stevens up the middle, bangs his way in for the touchdown. Boy, he looked like a man. Went right behind Austin Wright, Jake Odom, and the right guard, Caleb Reedy, and he just pinballed his way into the end zone, and Stevenson reaches pay dirt for the 7th time on the ground this year.
Yeah, Corbin Reedy and Bryce Lightfoot both pushing the defenders to the right. Stevenson kind of sidesteps back to the left of those blockers, right up the middle of the gut. Easy, not one pass, Todd, for Perkins Tryon. Great drive, chewing up the clock.
You're right. It was Lightfoot out there at right guard that helped clear the way. Here's Dylan Davidson, who's on for the extra point. Low snap, ball down. Davidson's kick is on the way, and it's good. Good to see Dylan Davidson back out there to begin the second half after he was shaken up in the second quarter. Timeout. What a drive by the Demons as they go 66 yards all on the ground and take a 14-7 lead. Back after these messages, it's our Game of the Week, brought to you by High Plains Insurance on Squirtle.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
7 plays, 66 yards. The drive started with 11:59 to play. Here in the third quarter, it culminates on the 7th rushing touchdown, the first of the night, for Trey Stevenson from 5 yards with 8:38 to play here in the third quarter. That, my friend, is championship football. They've been physical on defense. Coach Hudson must have said at halftime, we're going to be physical running the football, and they did it. Not one pass on that 7-play drive.
What an outstanding adjustment at halftime, because really there was no sustained drives at all for Perkins Tryon or Tulsa Metro Christian. Even the touchdown was just 2 quick, big plays. This was methodical down the field, and I think you take the wind out of the sails, you regain the momentum, the wind out of the sails of Metro Christian, saying, man, they just ran it down our throats there. And I think you're going to see a lot of Trey Stevenson the rest of the time going to try to run out this last quarter and a half.
Perkins Tryon led 7-0. It was 7-7 at half after Metro Christian scored with 1 second to go before the break. And a 7-play, 66-yard drive has the folks in Payne County jumping for joy as their number 5 ranked team leads the number 3 Patriots 14-7. Here is Davis, who will approach Total Leather, and he sends it skyward. His shortest kick on a big hop, it's going to be fielded inside the 5 to the 10, running left to the 15. Boom! Down he goes. What a tremendous tackle. Sankey Lynch was the one that returned it, and boy, oh boy, did Lynch, who looked like he had some running room if he got to the corner, pay the price.
Nice coverage, and that's what we talk about, momentum. You get momentum in a touchdown, it just fires up the kickoff team. Obviously, the kickoff team's going to come out after a score, but just getting that and just that great drive coming out of the locker room just fires up everybody. Let's see if that carries over to the Perkins Tryon defense, and we'll see what Grimes and company will do here in the passing game.
Patriots started one drive tonight because of a holding penalty at the 10. This is at the 15 after a 10-yard kickoff return. Here comes the blitz, and Perkins is offsides. They're just not timing that snap count quite right, as Brayton Applegate was again 3 or 4 yards back, and the ball hadn't even been snapped.
I know, wasn't even close. So you got to give kudos to Tulsa Metro Christian and Grimes changing up some of those calls instead of just going on one. It looked like they're going on one the whole time, and Perkins was timing it. Now they can't time it anymore.
First down at 5, a little more breathing room at the 20-yard line. Grimes gets the snap, throws out left, ball caught. Down the numbers goes the receiver to the 30 and out of bounds. And that is Blake Parmley, I believe, and he has a first down catch and run out to the 32-yard line. So give him a dozen with 8:25 to go here in the third.
Kind of like a double screen out there. Caden Goodman was the blocker to free the receiver on that play.
So it's first down and 10 to the 32-yard line. First time the Patriots of Metro Christian Academy out of Tulsa have had the football in offense. Showing blitz again with Hagen Cundiff. They back away, throw out left, receiver wide open, and tiptoeing his way out of bounds is Isaiah Knapp again. And he has another first down, or right at the first down marker near the 43-yard line.
Boy, Knapp, he just seems to hang out on the left sidelines. He did that in the initial half as well for some big gains to help set up that touchdown drive just with 2 minutes to play for Tulsa Metro before intermission.
They're showing it to the 42, so it's a half yard short of the needed yardage to gain. So it's 2nd and 1. We're under 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 14-7 Demons lead the Patriots. Grimes awaits the snap back from Lucas Spear. It's on the mark. He throws over them the ball. Incomplete and dropped. Should have been intercepted and a hit. Wyatt Atkinson right in the palms. He was looking at a slant over the middle that time for Ross McCoy, and McCoy was streaking down the field. There was some miscommunication, and Grimes very lucky that wasn't his third interception of the night.
Well, I tell you, Grimes and Tulsa Metro Christian mixing up the snap count is really buying a lot more passing time.
2 receivers split short left, 3 wide right. On 3rd and a yard for the 42-yard line. Perkins moving along the defensive front. Now Metro Christian going to back out of the play, and they better hurry. There's 5 seconds to snap it. Play clock down to 2 seconds. 1 second. And they just got the play off, or did they? The flag has come in, and it looked like to me he got it snapped with less than a second on the play clock. So instead of being 3rd and about a yard, it's going to be 3rd and 6. And the line of scrimmage back at the 37-yard line. Metro Christian tonight, Wandog, has had some very poor penalties at the wrong times.
Boy, that is very costly, and it even helps getting the crowd in. Remember when Perkins had that initial TD, the crowd was in it, then they went for fourth down, lost the crowd, touchdown for Metro Christian, come out of the locker room, just smash mouth football, running all the way down the field for the TD, and the crowd is here.
One of the coaches was urging on the crowd after that penalty. 3rd and 6 at the 37-yard line. Grimes to throw. Has time. Floats one up near side, and the ball is incomplete. He was looking that time for Preston Dixon, who's been his favorite target. Preston Gajewski was right there with him, but there was very little a chance of that throw being completed because of the way it was placed.
Yeah, it was just one of those guesses. Just throw it up there and hope, but it went out of bounds because Gajewski really didn't know where the football was. He had his back to the quarterback. It's a good thing that ball was just way off target.
Next week, Perkins Tryon celebrates homecoming here against Anadarko. Metro Christian will be on the road at McLeod. Here is the punt from Grimes, and it's into the wind. It's a wobbly punt. And coming up to make the catch, he fumbled at that time, was Cutter Green, but one of the Demons fell on the football at about the 38-yard line. You could see that one coming from all the way up here as recovering the fumble was Ethan Anderson.
See, Green, he had the right idea, but once you hesitate, you can't go run and chase and try to make a shoestring catch. He wanted to catch it to save all that field position, but he hesitated, and that's where he fumbled.
Officially, that drive, and it felt like it was a lot longer than that, took just under 1 minute off the clock. Began with 8:31. It ends with 7:42. Perkins leading 14-7, takes over the 37. Hand off to Stevenson again, and he fights his way towards the 40 and then is pushed backwards. We'll give him 3 on forward progress. Second down upcoming, and we are under 7.5 minutes now to play in the third quarter.
First guy at the point of attack was Orrin Palmer. He's 6'4", 280 pounds, slowed Stevenson down, and then his fellow teammates come out behind to push Stevenson backward.
Winding towards 7 minutes, stack formation of 3 receivers to the near side. They show blitz to the Patriots. And now Beck Smith is going to back out of the play and look over to the near side and get the play call from the offensive coordinator, Bryce Hockett. One back set is Trey Stevenson. Stevenson gets the handoff. He has a first down and more. Stevenson to the 40, to the 30, to the 20-yard line. Stevenson to the 15. And another touchdown-saving tackle comes at the 13-yard line by 2 Patriot defenders who were in hot pursuit.
Yeah, Blake Parmley is the one that had the feet of Stevenson. I like that play by Perkins Tryon. They're really mixing up the running game. They usually have some of those slower developing plays. That was a quick hitter to Stevenson right off tackle on the right side.
47 yards, and he is threatening his second straight 100-yard game. In the first half, Perkins rushed for 38 yards as a team, and all 38 belonged to Trey Stevenson. First down inside the red zone for the Demons, trying to take a 2-score lead over visiting and third-ranked Tulsa Metro Christian. Again, the handoff goes to Stevenson. This time they clamp down on him, and he is ridden down by Taylor Anglin, a 5'8", 195 pound,
Jack Michalak.
Yep. That's right. Looked at the wrong roster. So it's going to be second down and 10. No gain at the 13-yard line.
6'3", 244 pounds. Jack Michalak matching some of that size with Trey Stevenson. Got Stevenson right around the waist where he just couldn't get those legs moving forward, stopped him, pulled him back.
You know what? That's impressive to get him by the legs and get him down one-on-one. Halfway through the third quarter here in Perkins, 14-7, and the Demons are driving. And a timeout now coming up as the play clock was getting late. Make that 5:37 to play third quarter. Perkins Tryon 14, Metro Christian 7. Tonight's game brought to you by High Plains Insurance. Are on Squirtle.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started, 405-308-3324, or email us at
2nd and 10. Beck Smith hands it off to Stevenson. He makes a cut. Stevenson dragging defenders with him inside the 5, and look at that run. Trey Stevenson running through and then carrying defenders with him. It's first down and goal to go for the Demons.
That was the exact same play, the quick hitter off right tackle that Stevenson broke for the long play to get deep into Tulsa Metro territory. That time he almost, as you mentioned, drug the defender across the goal line.
11 yards of the carry. First down and goal to go with the 2 for Perkins Tryon. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter, trying to go up 2 scores on the 3A District 1 preseason favorite, Metro Christian. They split the backs. They hand it off to Stevenson. Gets out of an ankle tackle and walks in for the touchdown.
Nice block by Hagen Cudniff on Austin Dixon. Austin Dixon jumped through one of the gaps, but Cudniff was there to knock pancake block the Patriot, making it easy walk-in for Stevenson.
One of the Patriots got low enough, they had a chance to get him by his left ankle. He slipped that, and then when he did, he made that little cut to his right and walked in for the touchdown. It is 20-7. This is a dominating third quarter performance by Dwayne Hudson's Demons. Davidson 2 for 2 on extra points tonight. Trying to put point number 21 on the board. Low snap. It's handled by Gajewski, and Davidson boots it through, and it is now 21-7. Perkins Tryon over Tulsa Metro Christian. Timeout, 4:59 to play third quarter. Back after these messages on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
Talk about domination. Metro Christian has snapped it just 4 times, has 1 first down in 7:01 of the second half. Metro Christian, 12 plays. They have 129 yards of offense since halftime and 2 scores. It was 7-7 on the break. It's 21-7 now. Perkins Tryon. 5 leading 3. Metro Christian has won 2 straight after losing to a very good Poto team, 24-7. Davidson kicks this one into the end zone, and it hits and skips through. So a touchback, first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. We told you that Metro Christian is still learning and feeling their way around offensively. Jackson Grimes was a favorite target last year of their All-State quarterback, Kirk Francis. Francis threw 58 touchdown passes a year ago for the Patriots. That total is the 5th most in Oklahoma high school football history in a single season. He threw for 4,304 yards. That is 3rd best by a quarterback in a single season. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. They lost nearly their entire offensive personnel, yet averaging 30 a game through a 3-1 start in 54 their last 2 games. 3 receivers left, 2 to the near side. Quick throw out left, and the ball caught on the line of scrimmage. Down the boundary goes the receiver, and he has a first down. The ball came out. I think the Demons have come up with it. Perkins Tryon has come up with the fumble.
Isaiah Knapp working the left side of the field all the game long. Nice gain, little short screen, little hook screen going up the left side, outside the numbers. Hard loses the football this time.
That is the 3rd turnover tonight for Metro Christian. And it's a 21-7 game. And Smith and company come back out, a chance to start in Patriot territory.
In this second half, Perkins has outscored Tulsa Metro Christian 14-0 and has not attempted a pass. Look for Stevenson just to hog the ball into the end zone with another attempt for a TD.
Stevenson threatening 100 yards in this one tonight, and it would be a very impressive 100-yard game against the third-ranked team of the class. Back out there, Brayton Appleton now is the quarterback as he takes a direct snap, and he is wrapped up behind the line and dropped for a loss of 4 back to the 45. There was a flag that came in right before Brayton Applegate was knocked to the turf.
Jack Mickelsack again splitting the defense, getting in the backfield for the big loss.
This appears to be against Perkins. They are looking to the north sideline where Metro Christian is. It's a false start. The play loses 4, so you decline that and make it second down and 14 back at the 45-yard line with 4:44 to play here in the third quarter. 21-7 Perkins Tryon.
It was Mickelsick who was the guy that held Stevenson out of the end zone on one play.
Brayton Applegate is one of 3 in the backfield. They hand it off to him, running left, and he gets 2 back as he gets to the 42-yard line. Third down and long upcoming. Next snap should come around 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Stevenson hadn't touched the ball on these first 2 downs. You have all that momentum and all that power. It looks like this is a passing down, but Perkins might think of just running the football again.
Applegate had been out there. He is now out. Beck Smith, the quarterback, is back out there. He goes up behind the line of scrimmage, and there is Trey Stevenson in the backfield. Smith to throw, sets up a screen near side to Stevenson. First down and more. 30. Stevenson to the 20. Stevenson is dump truck down to the 19-yard line. Preston Dixon took him at the ankles or knees and flipped him over, but they set the screen up and get a huge gainer on third down and long.
See, that's the advantage of not throwing a pass in the second half. Tulsa Metro Christian say, man, we can't stop the run. We can't stop the run. They hadn't passed the whole second half, and that time they might expected a run on that screen. Just the little play action. Stevenson just waited at the line for the ball, went right up the gut.
24 yards of the screen pass, a first down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Smith gets the handoff. As that's Stevenson over right guard. He's wrestled down for a yard to the 18. Trey Stevenson in the 3-1 start for Perkins Tryon, averaging just under 76 yards, all-purpose yards per ball game. Tonight he has over 130 total yards in this one, and we're late in the third quarter. Second down and 9 at the 18-yard line. Smith claps his hands, and now a flag comes in for the backfield defensively. And there may be an illegal substitution. I thought I saw one of the officials hit the top of his hat. Let's see what it is, which means they may have had too many people out there, personnel on the field.
Well, what happened is Perkins did the hurry-up, no-huddle offense, caught Tulsa Metro Christian off guard.
Illegal substitution is the call, so it was actually against the Demons and not Metro Christian. So here we go again, the line of scrimmage back at the 13. It's second down and 14.
Yeah, because Perkins substituted, then did the hurry-up offense, but they have to let the defense sub as well.
Receiver to the near side, trips in a triangle formation wide to the far side. On second and 14 to the 23, the give to Stevenson. Look at the guy churn against what is becoming a tired Metro Christian defense. He gets about 5, and it's going to bring up third down and 10 with less than 2.5 minutes to play in a third quarter that has been thoroughly dominated by the home team in black and white.
You know, multiple Patriots pulled down Stevenson on that play, but his linebacker, Austin Dixon, again, he's been shooting the gaps, coming full speed, just chipping, getting a chip on Big Stevenson, just slowing him down a bit to help his teammates.
They only have 2 starting seniors in their defensive alignment starting this game. So this is going to be a force to be reckoned with defensively next year for Metro Christian as well. Third and 10 to the 19. Smith to throw, feels the pressure. Jitterbugs, and down he goes at the 24-yard line. He tried to cut back to the right, and when he did, he ran right into a Metro Christian defender. That's Bryce Storm.
Storm's with the sack. I think that's going to be just a loss of like a yard, and he's going to get credit for a sack there.
Back to the 25-yard line, he loses 6. So it's fourth down and 16. And obviously Coach Hudson's going to go for it. 1:44 in county to play here in the third quarter. 3 receivers wide right, 1 receiver to the near side, Dylan Davidson. Out of the gun, it's Breck Smith. Offset to his left, Trey Stevenson. And
took the delay.
They took the delay of game. And now they may try to punt and give Dylan Davidson just a little bit of room for a coffin corner kick. So it's 4th and 21 at the 30-yard line with 1:17 to play here in the third quarter.
Looks like the punt team's coming in now, but I like doing that. Perkins did that in the first half before going for it on 4th down. Take the delay of game or let the clock run down and either take a timeout or the delay of game. So you run 20 extra seconds off that clock, shortening this game.
Yep, 1:18 to go in the third quarter, and indeed it is Davidson trying to pin Metro Christian back deep. Patriots do not have anybody deep, and it's a little pooch kick. It's an end-over-end one to the near side, and that is a good one, and it is into the end zone. Well, that was misplayed that time by Cutter Green. He was standing on the goal line when he touched it. All he had to do was step up a half foot, and that ball's inside the 1-yard line.
Exactly. You cannot be in the end zone and touch the ball at the same time. As a matter of fact, you can't even go in the end zone without coming back and reestablishing both feet outside the end zone to touch it. There's no reason for him. Like you said, nobody's down there. That was a misplay there.
That was a gift of 19 3/4 yards for the Metro Christian Patriot offense. Jackson Grimes down 2 scores with only 13 minutes remaining to this ball game. Perkins Tryon trying to take control of the 3 District 1 race just 2 weeks in to the district schedule. First down and 10. Demons lead at 21-7. You see the score in the lower left. Grimes will get the snap back. Here comes the pressure up the middle. He tries to run away from the pressure, and he's sacked. Hayden Cundiff was one of the 2 blitzing linebackers. The first one missed him. Trey Stevenson was back there, but he turned him into Cundiff, who is able to drop him for a loss back to the 17.
Yeah, Cundiff did a good job just looking at Grimes right between the numbers, getting that left arm around the waist, and then bringing the right arm around to squeeze for the sack.
40 seconds in county to play third quarter. 21-7 Perkins, loss of 3 for the Metro Christian offense, who has done nothing since halftime. In fact, they have run a total of now 6. This will be their 7th play here in the quarter. Jackson Grimes with a 3-by-2 formation. Throws it out to the near side. The ball is caught by Parmalee, and he's dump trucked down. What a great play by Preston Gajewski.
A lot of good tackling in this game, Todd. Gajewski tackling down by the knees, diving, wrapping those knees together where the ball carrier can't go anywhere.
And that'll do it in the third quarter. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Patriots, who are looking for just their 2nd first down since halftime. At the end of 3 quarters, it's an energized crowd tonight here at McIlvain Stadium in Payne County, with Perkins Tryon leading Tulsa Metro Christian 21-7 on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Why be a Ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes. Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Metro Christian, albeit against Mount St. Mary last week, exceptional on third down tries. 8 of 15 for over 50%. Tonight they're less than 25% against this Demon defense. Gajewski with a tackle for a loss on the final play of the third quarter. 3rd and 15. Here comes the pressure again, and they get home. Grimes is sacked for a loss back to the 13-yard line.
Sean Franks. Franks did a great job grabbing the quarterback by the hips and then whipping him down.
The loss is actually back to the 8-yard line, so it's a loss of 7, not the 13 as I called. 4th down and 22 at the 8. And Scott, I told you, we don't see a lot of high school football, but when we do, sometimes tackling a suspect. This Perkins Tryon team has really impressed both of us with the way once you're in their grasp, you don't get away.
And on not only just the linemen, but also the D-backs as well. I agree.
Grimes to punt from his end zone. They almost got to it. It hits at the 40, and now is going to roll away from Cutler Green, and it's going to roll down at the 37-yard line. That decision, or the lack thereof, by Cutler Green cost them 13 yards in field position. It's still a good starting field position with 11:07 to play, especially when you consider up 2 scores.
Yeah, another hesitation by Green. The other time he muffed it, and luckily a teammate was there to fall on it. It looked like Wyatt Atkinson almost blocked that or got a piece of it. It sounded kind of weird, that kick in the end zone, but it still had that end over end to get that fortuitous bounce for Tulsa Metro.
55-yard punt by Grimes. Handoff on first down. Goes to Stevenson. Bounces out right. First down to midfield. Boy, he was just so patient. And then John Roboto, the senior linebacker, who's had a nice game defensively, put the ends to the break, or put the brakes on that one. They was officially spotted the 49 for a 12-yard carry, and Stevenson is over 100 yards.
Yeah, they're going to give Stevenson a break on that after that one. Great job, great vision again, kind of a hesitation. Off tackle right. That play's been working all night long. It set up the previous touchdown with a long run.
As Scott just told you, Stevenson is out as Beck Smith goes with a loaded pistol formation. And he hands it off to Wyatt Atkinson, who manages to pick up a couple, advancing the ball past midfield into Patriot territory at the 49, 2nd and 8. But right now, yeah, you want more points, but you're also concerned about that clock that shows 10-10 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, just another first down or two. This game will be under 5 minutes or so, and that's going to look really bleak for the Patriots.
Metro Christian has done nothing since halftime, and there's not many teams in the state that are capable of doing that to this Patriot offense. Last year's 13-1, 3A state runner-up, a team that lost 72-56 in a high-scoring championship game unlike any other. Pistol formation, handoff to Atkins again. That's actually Applegate, and he almost spun out of contact. Is smothered under at the 43-yard line. Brock Beeler was there. Also coming up off the pile for Metro Christian, I believe, was Maddox McCutcheon, perhaps.
Applegate, the patient there, too. On his toes with one hand on his blocker, kind of feeling his way, and then firing straight up, trying to get to the first down marker, just a yard and a half or two short.
3rd down, a long 2. The ball at the 43 of Metro Christian, 9:09 to play. Now they're going to sneak it with Breck Smith, and he did not get there. He managed to get one of the 2. They're going to stop him on forward progress at the 42.5-yard line. So let's see what Dwayne Hudson elects to do here with under 9 minutes to play. I think you go for it.
Well, if you go on for it for like on 4th and 12 in the opening half, I think you go for it here, but you're going to hand it off to a back with the lead block because you got 3 running backs in the backfield.
Stevenson is back there as well. Breck Smith on a quarterback sneak has it. Had it, but got a second surge for the offensive line who pushed him, and that's a 2-yard gain of the 40 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I was wrong. I thought they were going to hand it off after being stuffed. They did the exact same play, like you said, a better push, but it seemed like Perkins Tryon is getting such a great push with the lead running back, fullback, if you will, every time, and just have the tailback going back. That's the play that would be called.
Senior right tackle Ethan Dawson is down. It almost looks like he's cramping. It was 90 degrees at game time. At least that's what it felt like. The actual air temperature was 88. And that is exactly what it looks like. They're stretching his right leg out for cramps. The clock stops with 8:39 to play. 21-7 Perkins Tryon. Their scores at a pair of Stevenson rushes of 5 and 2 yards. He's up to 8 rushing touchdowns this year, already over half of his total of 14 during a brilliant junior season 1 year ago. So they're continuing to stretch out Ethan Dawson, and we'll take a quick 30-second break. 21-7, fourth quarter on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Good sign. Ethan Dawson walks off at his own power. He'll be out one play and likely be back out there after this 1st and 10 opportunity for the Demons at the Patriots' 40-yard line. 8:39 to play in the ballgame. 21-7, number 5, leading number 3 in Class 3A District 1. Stevenson is the single setback. They give it to Trey, and this time Metro Christian is waiting for him. No gain as they push him back from the 40, and Brock Beeler was the first to get his nose in there for the Patriots.
Bryce Storms there as well, getting low on Stevenson. Storms, a junior, 6'2", 200 pounds.
The defense has to be worn out, Scott. I mean, you got a lot of guys out there playing both ways. It's Class 3A, and the offense has mustered just 1 first down in 3 second-half possessions.
Well, you keep pounding a 230-pound back, Stevenson, there's no doubt they're wore out.
2nd and 10 for the 40. They set up a screen right. It is Stevenson out of an ankle tackle, first down 30. Cuts left 25. Trey Stevenson finally dropped inside the 25-yard line. That was Cash Crockett, wasn't it, number 3 that made the tackle.
Perkins Tryon's doing a great job executing that screen, but I don't see how Tulsa Metro Christian's not reading it, because Stevenson is lined way up like behind the tight end, and he'll just sneak up to the line and wait for the screen, and none of the linebackers are there to get after
18
Stevenson.
yards at a first down to the 22. They'll hand it off, sweeping left. Brayton Applegate turns the corner, now gets out of a jersey tackle, and after all is said and done, he's down to the 15-yard line. I think the ball came out before he was down. No indication. It looks like that Perkins has recovered the football, and it's going to turn out to be a 7-yard run with 7 minutes to play. It's set up 2nd down and short for the Demons, already up 2 scores, and they're in the red zone.
Yeah, and just this running game is just chewing this game away quickly. Now we're below 7 minutes, and they're going to keep on running the football. Move that chain one more time before the end zone, and you're looking at 5 minutes.
2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line. Sophomore Wyatt Atkinson is out there with the backfield to the left of Beck Smith. Smith feeds it to Atkinson, running off right guard, and not much doing as he gets a yard of the 14. It is good to see Ethan Dawson back out there. You see 72 anchoring the right side of that Demons line.
Boy, Hagen Cundiff just threw a player down to the ground, and there's no flag at all. I think the player was Austin Dixon, that always comes from the linebacker position in the backfield, but he just got tossed down, no flag. 3rd
down and 2 at the 14-yard line. Interesting decision if you don't make it here with the field goal kicker, Dylan Davidson. Davidson this year has not kicked a field goal. Hand off to Stevenson. He's stacked up, and I think second effort got him a first down to the 11. A lot of that was all Trey Stevenson, because there really was not much doing to the left side. We are at the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Clock rolling. Perkins threatening to take a 3-score lead. They're knocking to the door at the Metro Christian 11.
Yeah, Stevenson taking the handoff left, got spun around, had his back to the defense, but kept like moving backwards with his body and twisting in for the first down.
5:38 and counting to play in the ball game. This would about put it away for Perkins Tryon. Full house look at the backfield. It's a diamond formation. Hand off right. Applegate. And Applegate will not get there. In fact, he is going to be rolled down at the 11-yard line. Patriots strung that out and diagnosed it very, very well. No gain as the clock continues to tick towards 5 minutes to play. It's 2nd and 10 for the 11.
Nice penetration and aggressiveness by John Roboto, getting in there right in the face mask of Applegate.
Actually give him a yard loss to the 12, so it's second down and 11. Next snap will come under 5 minutes to go here from McIlvain Stadium in Perkins, Oklahoma. Receiver to the near side is Cutter Green. 3 backs in the backfield, including Hagan Cundiff. Back to throw Smith, and he pulls it down, and he is smothered and sacked by Orrin Palmer. Loss back to the 16, brings up 3rd and 15, and we're under 4.5 minutes now to play.
Well, I wasn't expecting pass either. And Orrin Palmer wasn't fooled whatsoever with the body slam with a quarterback sack.
So it's 3rd and 15 at the 16-yard line. They started this at the 11 and have gone backwards in successive plays. They've lost -5 yards. 3 receivers left, 1 back in the backfield. Smith to throw, throws a little slip screen over the middle. The ball is caught. The ball came out. Stevenson copped it up, and I think Metro Christian has come up with it. The Patriots have come up with the football. That's Cash Crockett. That was not Stevenson, but Preston Gajewski that coughed the ball up. And Gajewski is down on his back, writhing in pain after he took a hit that forced him to fumble the football at the 19.
Well, it looked like a promising slip screen coming over to Gajewski. It looked like he had an angle to the end zone, but nice defense recovery by the Patriots.
Cash Crockett, the defensive back, comes up, recovers the ball. And Metro Christian with the biggest stop of the night. We'll take a break. 4:08 to play in the ball game. 21-7 Perkins Tryon on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
He may have had the wind knocked out of him. He took a shot near the rib cage, and it was a big hit by Caden Goodman to force the fumble. Patriots take over, 1st and 10 to the 15-yard line, but time now is a factor. 4:08 to play, and Metro Christian down 2 scores. Perkins Tryon showing some pressure up the middle. Snap back, Grimes retreats to the 7, stands tall, floats one out right, and the ball is incomplete. He had a receiver open. Caden Goodman that time just streaked past the defensive back for the Demons, Carson Houston. And fortunately, if you're a PT fan, Grimes overthrew him by about 10 yards.
Yeah, Grimes, who was pinpoint accurate in the opening quarter, that was wide open. Goodman had at least 6 or 7 yards on him. And I'm thinking the only chance that Tulsa Metro Christian has to get in this game is to score quickly with this high-powered passing offense, and that was their opportunity right there.
Yep, they had the right call on. If he connects, it's probably 85 yards for 6. That's a throw that you know Jackson Grimes would like to have back. 2nd and 10, Patriots at their own 15-yard line. Here comes the blitz. They set up a screen, and they overthrow Isaiah Knapp on the near side. Cundiff has had a heck of a night tonight. Their leading tackler coming in with 47 stops. And he's already been on a sack tonight. He has 2 for the year, and he is going to be living in Grimes' dreams this evening.
Wow. Perkins Tryon sends the blitz. The absolute perfect call against the blitz is a screen, but Grimes just did not release the ball. I know he's under duress, but you knew you had the screen over on the left side. Just get rid of it. You might have a big play there.
Metro Christian with 3 timeouts with 4 minutes to play. This is likely 4-down territory. Motion man, Parmley from the far side. Back to throw Grimes. Looking right, throwing near side. Wide open Knapp. He has a 1st down catch. He's across the 30, and boom, he is buried. Holy cow, did he take a shot, but the defender comes up with a shoulder injury.
Ethan Anderson with the hit. He hit Parham so hard or napped so hard that he holding his shoulder, he might have knocked his own right shoulder out of socket.
He immediately came up, Scott. Yeah. You could see it on the video. He was tapping like, I got to get out. It's my right shoulder.
Yeah.
Gain of 16 and a bad throw by Jackson Grimes as he overthrows the head of Caden Goodman. 2nd and 10, Patriots with 3:28 to play.
Well, Isaiah Knapp has hauled in over 5 passes today, and he felt that one from Ethan Anderson. And Anderson, sometimes those hard hitters hurt themselves worse than their ball carrier.
I don't think you get many more bodies in the actual stands tonight. This side is packed. You look over across the way to the Metro Christian partisan crowd making their way from Tulsa tonight. They have nearly filled the north stands. 2nd and 10 to the 31-yard line. 3 receivers right, 2 to the near side. 4 down territory the remainder of the game. Grimes to throw under pressure, hits it, it's incomplete. Boy, he took a shot from Brayton Applegate, and he threw it in the vicinity of Cutter Green.
Boy, Applegate came full speed, went right down at the knees of Grimes. Grimes is almost walking on eggshells here.
Yeah.
But he's getting some receivers wide open. We'll see how Tulsa Metro goes against this zone defense by Perkins, but at the front guys, they're blitzing. The backside's going in rotations.
This is a rare road loss for Metro Christian of the score stands. They're 80-18 of the last 98 road games. 3rd and 10 to the 31-yard line. Motion man left to right. They'll hand it off on a jet sweep to Goodman, and he has nowhere to go. He'll fall forward, but he loses one back to the 30-yard line.
Well, Tulsa Metro's got to go for it. If the dart down marker now moves to 4th down and 10, but there'll be no chance unless they get this first down.
Lost 2 actually back to the 29-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 12 from there. Clock reads 3:56 and counting to play. Perkins looks like they are going to improve to 3-1 of the season. Their only loss coming here to Marlow, and their only home game to this point here at McElvain Stadium this year. Last week they won 21-7 at Kingfisher in the 3 District 1 opener. 4th down and 12, and they're going to kick it away and make it a sliding catch as Cutter Green at the 38-yard line.
Just 2:31 left in the game. Perkins Tryon 21, Tulsa Metro Christian 7, 1 first down, and Perkins Tryon, the 5th-ranked team against the 3rd-ranked team, is coming away with a victory.
I don't think it's going to come down to this, Scott, points in district play, because I think these two are going to be 1-2, with the winner likely finishing one, barring something unforeseen happening over the next 6 weeks. But the Demons are home for 4 of those games. But you don't want to give up any more. I mean, right now you're minus 14 if you're the Patriots. Max you could lose is 15. Hand off to Trey Stevenson, a 100-yard rushing night tonight. Gets a couple out to the 40. And a timeout Metro Christian with 2:22 to play. That will leave them with 2 remaining. And we'll take a quick break. 21-7 our score. Back after these messages on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical.
2nd down and 8. Perkins Tryon at their own 40-yard line. Look for him to keep it on the ground, leading 21-7. And they do just that with Trey Stevenson, left side, 45 out to the 46-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 as Metro Christian used one of their 2 remaining timeouts with 2:10 to play. And they will do just that. 21-7 is our score, 3rd and 2 now at the 46-yard line. And that's how close Perkins Tryon is to their first win over Metro Christian since 1999. In fact, the Patriots last year won 63-28 in Tulsa in the first meeting since 2009. That was a 20-13 Metro Christian win. The two teams played twice in 2008. In the regular season on September the 5th, there was a 36-31 Patriots win. And later in November the 14th, in the playoffs of 2008, Patriots beat the Demons 35-19. So last year was really a rare exception when one of the two teams got the better of the other, and it was 63-28. The score not that lopsided tonight, but, Scott, I think the dominance has been equally as impressive here in the second half.
Well, in the opening half, you're battling for the momentum. Perkins had it, then went for fourth down. Tulsa Metro took it into the locker room. Exactly what we talked about starting the second half. Going to have a steady dose of Trey Stevenson, a lot of running. Perkins just controlled the whole latter half.
Third down, 2 at the 46-yard line. Here's your ball game. Full diamond look at the backfield. Beck Smith gets the exchange. He's going to keep it himself. He has the first down, and hello win column for Perkins Tryon. Their first win over the Patriots since 1999, 24 years, and they will move to 2-0 in the district and have a stranglehold over the top spot out of 3A District 1 the last month and a half.
Great job by head coach Dwayne Hudson and crew for Perkins. Nice adjustment at halftime, picking up the running. In the first half, Tulsa Metro Christian was blocking up, clogging some of the running gaps. In the latter half, Perkins ran at will.
1st and 10, clock rolling, 1:35 to play. They keep it on the ground. And they hand it off to Stevenson, who is spun down to the 43-yard line, give him 3. It does not look as if Jared McCoy is going to elect to use his final timeout. Or does he? Yes, he does. 1:28 to play.
Well, I guess you can score really quick with this big passing offense, but it's just almost going to be a miracle because I thought that Tulsa Metro, they had to go for it on 4th and 10 for any chance to go, but they elected to punt.
Jared McCoy has been a stalwart at Tulsa Metro Christian Academy. 15 years, we said earlier in the broadcast, 10 of those, 10 or more win seasons. Won back-to-back titles in 2019 and 2020. The 2019 team went 15-0. And how good have they been? They have won 12 or more games in 3 of the last 4 years. That's splitting time between Class 2A and Class 3A. 2nd and 7, Metro Christian now cannot stop the clock. 1:28 to play. Out of the gun. They hand it off again. Stevenson up the middle, dives forward as he'll pick up a couple down to the 41. And Perkins Tryon now will not have to snap this until there's under a minute remaining to the ball game.
But what a rivalry. You know, Metro Christian played a really good first half. Good comeback with that to make it even 7-7. You just got to tip your hat to Perkins Tryon in the second half, controlling the ball on the ground, grinding out the clock.
Metro Christian, a favorable schedule going forward. Hand off to Stevenson again on 3rd down, runs left and is close to the first down. It's down to the 36-yard line, and that was just sheer want to by Trey Stevenson. If he didn't get it, it's going to be 4th and less than a yard with 35 seconds to play. And they are showing 4th down at half a yard. Ball at the 36-yard line. McLeod, Kingfisher, Manford, Anadarko, North Rock Creek. Kingfisher, North Rock Creek at home, the other 3 of the road. But the remaining 6 opponents for Metro Christian, they are 7-2 against all time. Clock running with 12 seconds to play. Difference of 6 on the play clock and the game clock. Here's the final play. Hand off to Stevenson, and he's up the middle for the first down to the 33-yard line, and that will do it. Clock strikes 000. The celebration begins here at McIlvain Stadium. It is a 21-7 Perkins Tryon victory tonight over the number 3 ranked team in Class 3A. Metro Christian of Tulsa. We'll be back, a quick scoring summary, and we'll say goodnight after this final break here on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week from McIlvain Stadium in Perkins, Oklahoma. A great top 5 matchup tonight in 3A District 1. Number 5 Perkins Tryon with a 21-7 second half domination over number 3 Metro Christian. The scoring: Smith a 24-yard pass to Green to the first half. Davidson the extra point. The game was tied on the Goodman 1-yard touchdown pass to Jackson. Hornberger with the extra point, 7-7 at halftime. But Perkins Tryon came out determined to run the football, and that's what great teams do. They ran the clock. They ran the football. They got a pair of rushing touchdowns for their All-State hopeful running back Trey Stevenson on touchdown runs of 5 and 2 yards. Those capped their first 2 drives. And in fact, Perkins ran 12 of the first 16 plays of the third quarter. They ran a total of 21 of the game's first 15 plays until late in the third quarter. And by the time the dust settled, Metro Christian's offense was befuddled. That's something that doesn't happen very often. It may not happen again, but that tells you how good the game plan was and how good those kids were on the defensive side of the ball for the Demons to do what they did to Metro Christian.
Well, you talk about game plan. That was outstanding by Dwayne Hudson and crew. They know that Tulsa Metro Christian, all they're going to do is pass. No running backs in the backfield except one time. What happened? They got a touchdown. That's the only touchdown Metro Christian had. They had a couple running backs, ran up for the halfback pass to the tight end in the back of the end zone. But what did Dwayne Hudson and crew do? Sometimes they'd be 3 or 4 yards off the line of scrimmage and then time the snap and then be rushing. So that's throwing the timing off of the offensive line for Tulsa Metro Christian, getting some sacks, getting a lot of pressure on Grimes. Great job, and that's where it all happened, because if you give a guy like Jackson Grimes time, he's going to pick you apart through that zone defense. But the pressure was there for Perkins Tryon, good enough coverage in the backside, and Perkins Tryon comes away with a dominating victory.
You know what, after you're hit enough, after you're pressured enough, that begins to weigh on your mind, and it had to. Because in the first half, I thought that Jackson Grimes was really accurate, making some good pinpoint accuracy throws in traffic. That was not the case in the second half. He overthrew some wide open receivers. And again, the kid's human. I mean, he's 18, 19 years old. You get hit enough, you remember that. And he's going to have better days. This is a really good Metro Christian team that I don't know what the bracket is. But who knows if these two might not see each other again. They did, we told you back in 2008 twice. These are two really good football teams.
And like you said, it'd probably be 1 and 2, so the brackets will probably be separate. If they do meet, should be late. Both of these teams are going to make some waves in the postseason. They're very tough. A great game plan on defense for Perkins Tryon. I think Metro Christian had a good game plan too, especially in the first half. They slowed Perkins Tryon down in the run game, but a great adjustment by Perkins Tryon in the second half to just chew up yardage on the ground for a 14-0 win in the latter half, ending up with a 21-7 victory.
Going to put a wrap on it. Great job, my friend. I always enjoy working with you. Scott Wanish, our color analyst tonight. I want to thank Ella and Camden for their excellent work producing the broadcast tonight. Final score, final time. Number 5, Perkins Tryon beats number 3, Tulsa Metro Christian in a 3A District 1 showdown here at McIlvain Stadium by a count of 21-7. For the entire crew, I'm Todd Miller. We'll see you down the line here on the High Plains Insurance Squirtle Game of the Week.